Nice.
Welcome back, everybody, to Strange Aeons. I rolled it. Brushmore. It's a quiet town in southern Ustalav on the banks of Lake Incarthen. Hardly a memorable thing about it, up until recently. The city's citadel fell silent. The guards all disappeared. Then, of course, there was that business at the asylum. The accountsmen showed back up. They're an odd bunch, enforcers and performers. Researchers, magical scholars. And the new man with them, too. They were sent in there by the Count, though he's disappeared these days, too. He abdicated his throne, left his manor atop the hill. Who knows what fate Rushmore will face now? But I have a feeling these folk have a steady hand in it.
Since waking up in the asylum and rediscovering the world, I have found a lot of smells that I don't like. Blood. Easy's does not smell as good as MD's. Vinegar, and this lady inside this room.
None of these spark joy within Cammy, unfortunately, though admittedly for the time being, she is handling it, well, fairly well.
We're not.
As is oft pointed out by the side of the table, it's currently losing the race to the bottom of the stress counter. We should technically add 10 to all three of these, as they have already broken once.
We got reset.
Yes.
It's in the past.
No, I got reset.
Is it? You have
We
lingering-
all
two-
got reset.
you two got phobias.
Just some of us got different prizes.
Some
Some of us got like that 2,000 ticket item
Or
at
number
Chuck E.
one,
Cheese.
or
And some
number
of us
two.
got the
The finger
stupid
trap.
like little finger slap.
You got the
thing.
sticky hand.
Yes,
the sticky
the
hand.
sticky
yeah.
hand. We're not the same.
I got a car. You guys got sticky hands.
He's
We're
built
not the same, but
different.
we all cashed in.
When do we actually get to use the sticky handing game? We're not on a pre-show anymore.
You have seen a lot. You've been through a lot, and as you come up to the second story now of the Iris Hill estate, the main manor, overlooking the town of Thrushmore, where the cult that it seems you were all, well, mostly all, once a part of, once leading, perhaps, even, at least having a hand in. I have good news. From Handsome Ganker, let the wheel turn ever onward to more adventures and many hours of enjoyment with a very early wheel.
That's really good.
I hate you. She has a
Oh
heart
my
attack.
goodness.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think while we're here talking about this is a perfect time to let you guys figure it out. I will reset one of you.
Can we choose to break me instead?
Don't listen to
Not
them.
a wheel.
It's
I will,
That is a wheel. I'll get another permanent buff.
I will
not a wheel for the rest of us.
reset the stress on one of you.
Colby, because he can't stop failing.
Colby,
Yeah.
Colby
did
failed
have
way
I was
more
gonna
stress
say-
checks
I was
than,
gonna say
than Marcus
Marcus.
did.
I don't want this to be more
What
of
does
a
a stressful
problem.
ghoul do?
Start chewing.
Ooh. Oh, excellent point being made.
Well, everyone's looking this direction, to this side
Well,
of
yeah,
the table.
that-
Rock,
We-
paper,
we-
scissors
both
for it.
no,
fingers
let's
at each
reset
other.
Cammy. She's got.
Rock, paper, scissors for it.
I will
I mean,
say,
resetting Cammy is what MD would want.
Yeah,
I will,
I-
as part of this wheel, I don't know that this has been revealed yet. I will give you a little bit more information about the stress system. Each time you hit 10, it gets much worse.
So, like, if you hit it again, or between the whole group?
If you hit it again.
Does that mean for me
Personally.
too?
If you hit,
Like, it wasn't
You-
harder for Kevin because we both hit it.
You are the 1 in a million. You're lucky. You're functionally at 0. But
exactly.
These will get much worse.
But if we roll a 20, will it get much better? If we roll a 20, will it get
If
much
you roll a
better?
20, it won't get much worse.
Yeah, Kevin. It'll get much better.
The highs get higher and the lows get lower?
Yeah, Kevin.
I mean, if they're
what I
at
would say.
higher
Don't worry, little
risk,
Kev. It's gonna be okay.
So who wants it?
I would.
I say Kevin.
I say we put it to a vote,
I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine.
and I vote
think that's
Colby.
well.
should we
I
just
think
all
they should have to fight.
point fingers at each other?
Yeah, we all
okay?
point on 3.
1, 2, 3.
One,
Everyone point.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Why are you pointing over here?
That's 2, 1, 1, 1. So Colby gets it.
Colby.
I don't want
Hot potato.
The wheel from Handsome Ganker here at the beginning of this session. You have a brief moment of clarity. You have come this far. You are in this manor. You are hopefully mere hours, if not moments, from getting to the bottom of what Melisen and her cult are up to, and hopefully, maybe, putting an end to it. This is no time to lose yourself. And speaking of, before we catch up to the very spicy situation where we left off, let us briefly introduce our cast of characters here today. We'll start with you.
I am Colby. I am playing MD, our very tall, very large, full-blooded orc rogue friend. Cuddly bear.
I'm Marcus. I play Marius Greyfall, the ghoul dwarf ranger.
Let's jump around. Wrap around the table.
I'm Kevin. I play EZ. He's a normal human bar who lost a lot of blood. Kind of thinks he's a pirate right now. Just kind of delirious.
How would you forget about the pirate?
It makes sense now.
We did mic checks with him singing
Forgot
Yar
about
Har
that.
Fiddle
He
Dee
makes
Dee.
literally
sense
sung
now.
out our fiddly dee.
It's been a long week.
Okay.
I'm Sully. I play Cammy, the itty bitty gnomish witch, who's wishing she brought her blood get better kit.
What's funny is it came up a couple of sessions ago
Yup.
in jest. No, I don't carry the blood transfusion supplies in a bag with me.
I don't think I could. Like jars
It
of
is a lot.
blood.
It is a lot of stuff. I don't think Easy would appreciate it very
Like
much.
2 mason jars, 1 for each. There's 2 mason jars swinging on the sides.
Rattling around.
Howdy, I'm Derp, the hobgoblin frontline fighter with his football-shaped helmet and his full plate, shiny, and his poking stick.
I'm AJ. Many know as Squiddish, the GM for this adventure, who remembers to introduce himself at least once every 4 or 5 sessions, because I am also a part of this show. And as we come back in to this manor, last week you had walked into what certainly must be the master bedchamber of the estate, populated by a single figure who was sat over at a vanity singing softly to herself. A woman named Rumatri. The name you have heard a few times before in connection with the cult. And after what felt like a conversation engineered entirely just to waste as much of your time as she could, things progressed the only real way they could. I need everybody to roll me some initiative. I don't know if that's a good or a bad.
That was a good.
Well, let's start over there then. Easy.
19 plus 13 is
32.
32.
32 is pretty solid, Cammy.
30.
30 is also pretty solid. Trey?
23.
What?
23.
Oh, I thought I just heard 3, and I was like, that's not physically
Pretty
possible.
unsolid.
Like,
23.
You literally can't roll that. MD.
I'm just assuming this is
23.
Probably.
Who wants to go first?
Trey
Trade MD?
does.
Trey
Trey wants
does?
to go
Yeah.
first.
my positioning's
What a
important.
coincidence. 16 plus 16 for 32.
You can go first.
Are you sure I could use some courage?
Oh, true. Yeah.
He wants his little buff. You guys rolling pretty hot on this one. All right, fair enough.
Are we?
Well, I mean, that's super cocked. I could just say that's a 20, but I'm gonna give you guys the cocked pass on that one. She is gonna end up
Probably right in the middle-ish.
Right in the middle, actually. She is not super quick to engage. But
Nice 10-point window to hit.
Yeah, as you begin here, as this starts, and as things are clearly coming to blows, she does not rush forward. She does not reveal any monstrous, horrific form like her spawn. She simply starts to hum. EZ, you are first.
Starts to hum. Okay. Well, I will just be like, okay, yo-ho, pirate's life for me. Strike at what you see. Jeez. Foul beast. Wasn't ready to go first. But I usually roll really low. And
It's a first for you, I think. I'm
I
not
know,
convinced he's ever gone first.
this is new.
Surely it's happened at least once
That's
in this
happened at least,
adventure.
yeah.
but-
I just end up a few more yards. And
But this is the
Rs.
best place for a bard to be.
No, this is great.
I have that
I'm
feeling every
just-
because I took the improved initiative, so I could go first more
'Cause
often.
you wanna
But
get buffs
every
up,
time I
yeah.
get first, I'm like, I don't know what I want to do. It's like,
You're the buff hat.
Yeah.
I
You'll
took
buff.
it because of that, and then every time I'm just like, I don't want this.
Too much pressure.
But I will continue a bunch of old pirate words, and I will do courage,
Scurvy.
which is +1 against attack and damage, and saves against fear effects. And I'm just gonna be like anchors away and throw a bunch of stuff at her really fast with my telekinetic.
Just some stuff.
Just a lot of things that are in my pocket around the room.
You've been stealing a lot of random
yeah.
objects.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
9 plus 15 is 24.
A 24, a lot of these objects shoot out. A couple rip through her clothing. A couple just kind of graze across her shoulders or sides, but it's not going to hit with any meaningful damage. It's going to bring us
Oh, 25.
25 still no. Marius.
Okay.
26.
Still no.
I'm kind of frustrated about her just wasting our time. So I'm just gonna try to make this go fast with a bunch of arrows.
It's
I did
very much already a hunted prey. You've been
I
in
did
this
that
room
last
for
week.
like
Or-
15 minutes of her running around in circles.
That's not gonna hit probably. That's 19. It was a 3.
No, no, 19 is in fact not going to hit.
Okay, let's try
Level
23.
1 character. 23 is still not. No,
Please.
a couple of arrows across the room.
Nope. And okay. All right, here we go. 29.
29. 30 will get in there.
Okay.
She, as she starts to hum, starts to sway, almost drift a little bit. Oddly unnaturally, with a strange, almost looking like off-kiltered balance. Like her body is a marionette on strings. It's hard to predict. It's hard to hit, but you get one in there.
It was 7.
For 7 points of damage. She has a body. You hit her. The arrow strikes, and it looks like it buries fairly deep. Is that? That was your whole salvo. That was the okay. That was
was
the
4
shots. That was 4 shots.
All right.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah, eat it.
Yeah.
Pew, 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 pew,
Aren't
pew,
you
pew,
scared?
pew,
She's almost dead, guys. Oh wait, no,
She-
8. Sorry, I forgot the
Oh,
thing.
8.
Oh!
Fair enough.
That was it.
As you hit, I mean, as this arrow just kind of strikes in the side of her chest here, her body crumples back a little bit, but her humming doesn't stop, and her expression doesn't change. A little bit of a smile even starting to spread across her face.
Ew. I'm gonna stoke the heart. Gonna kind of look over to Trey, with my nose plug, be like, "That is nasty." And then I would like to. No, stop that! It's my turn. I don't like her vibe already. Stop. I'm going to Cammy immediately thrown off kilter. It's so easy to get in her head. I'm going to stop it. I've got to forbidden ward myself. She's gonna be like, "Listen, lady, you stay away from me."
No, please no.
Yeah, that's for me.
Okay, fair enough.
That's my turn. I'm gonna stay right here behind.
Now, you are kind of back by the doorway here. As you'd come into this bedroom, as you'd looked around, just to briefly re-describe It's a large, well-appointed open space.
Yeah.
There was much room given to this chamber here, and even with the almost comedically massive 4-postered bed sat against the opposite wall, there is like 25 feet of just open space with nothing but a massive interwoven, very colorful Kadiran-styled rug taking up the space. There are other doors on the south wall, but the one you came in is obviously right behind all of you because that's where you are. And she takes this arrow, glances down at it for a moment, and looks back up at Cammy as she casts these spells, and then just across the rest of the party. What a nice rug. Little lights. Just as you had heard before you came in the room. High above. A gentle song. She doesn't move towards you. She doesn't do anything else. The night sky lights revealing darker truths. And all of you hearing this feel something start to overcome you. And I need everyone to make me a will save.
It's magic.
She is casting a spell.
A verbal spell.
Will I take damage?
She has to take a verbal spell, but it is
Nat
just
20.
a normal spell. It's not a
My ears don't work.
helmet.
Is this something I'll take damage from?
No.
Okay. What kind of save is it, Will?
Will.
It's a will save.
Nice.
Nice.
I told you I'd roll more.
26. 26
okay.
is a regular failure.
Regular fail.
Cammy.
Really good a second ago. I mean, it is a 30.
30 is a regular success. You got a nat 20. That's a critical success. You're unaffected.
27.
27 is a regular failure.
30.
Oh my gosh,
is a regular
that's so
success.
high.
Just roll 20s.
Regular, okay, failures. Listening to this, you feel your movement stop for a moment and your body lock up completely. You are fully paralyzed.
I can't reaction counter performances.
Can you counter performance a regular spell? It
No,
is
it's
her
not.
casting is singing, but the spell is not like an
It's a
auditory
saving
effect.
throw.
If it has a verbal component,
No, it has to be an
It has to
auditory
be like the
effect.
effect of the spell has
That's
to be
right.
like
Yeah, it has to have the auditory
you
or the
getting an
visual
auditory.
tag.
She just casts by singing the same way that you cast by playing your violin.
Okay. Well, I'm paralyzed.
Successes, you are simply stunned 1, which means that
no
you
reactions.
cannot currently take any reactions. You can't act until you are no longer stunned. When it comes down to your turn, it will eat 1 action off of your turn. Paralyzed, friends, you are fully locked up. You currently cannot do anything.
Oh no.
Had a lot of fun.
And a smile crosses her face as her tongue, she sticks out her tongue for a moment before it snakes and shoots out a long, winding whip that looks like it is feet long. Just a fleshy tube that whips briefly around her before shooting back into her face. Little light. But there is more to this than this physical effect. I need another will save from everybody.
Also magic.
Also magic. This one is auditory, but you're paralyzed.
Oh, nice.
Okay. This makes sense. So will save?
Will save.
It's a 15. I rolled a 2 plus
Oh my
13.
gosh.
15 is
I'm
a
paralyzed.
critical failure.
I got another 30.
30 is a you're good.
19.
Regular failure. Just
I
barely.
sussed it out.
We found the DC, boys.
17.
Critical failure. Oh, we got 2 critical
I
failures
rolled a
immediately.
5. Yeah.
17.
Critical failure. We got 3 critical failures immediately on the central mechanic. Oh, this is going to be a fun one, boys.
I have a 12 to my will save.
I have a
okay,
10.
Let me start with the good news. Cammy doesn't like this song. She fears she won't be long, but do not get stuck. Here is some luck. Just know that you are strong. From Darkheart 1985.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Everybody who failed, so everybody but Cammy, this song, whatever it is, this ethereal, Barely a Melody is like a worm. And it fills your thoughts. It doesn't prevent you from thinking or acting or moving or anything, but it is almost impossible to push out its influence. None of you can speak, and this includes to cast spells or do anything unless it is your turn and you do it with her song. Critical failures, you're not going to get any more saves on that, so,
So
have
I'm
fun.
just singing the whole time.
Yeah.
Initial buddies. Does that mean you can't do these reactions?
You're currently paralyzed. If your reaction requires a verbal component, then no. Because you can only... It's around now that you are drawn into.
You can't cast anything with verbal?
Not if it's a reaction, because you can only speak during
your
part
turn.
of the song on the turn. Okay. And that even on your turn, the singing is going to make it a little difficult to do spells, but
Oh
it is
my
not
gosh.
impossible.
I got to rhyme anyways.
Trey, my friend.
Well, the good news is Trey doesn't realize this at first, and steps forward all the way to her and goes to grab her and tries to say that I'm going to end
does
your
he say?
miserable curse. And instead, I am going to end you. And just grabbing.
Give me a grab.
13 plus 15, 28.
28 will succeed. Get a hold of her.
Dazing blow.
All right.
Because I'm on map now.
Box. Grab her, whack her.
Just kind of looking at himself, not happy, not knowing why that came out.
Just looks confused and angry.
That's all the time.
That's
Re-rolling that 6.
Try again.
Yep. I would like her not to do things. She put stunned on people. I want stunned on her.
Understandable and fair.
That's much better. That is a 13 plus 15, 28, 29.
29 will absolutely hit.
So fortitude save, and she just takes
Your
2.
default attack modifier is 17 now?
No.
Oh. Or 13 was that
19
modifier.
minus 5.
I see. Okay, I was like, dang,
Plus 1.
Spider-Man crazy out here.
No.
Okay, fortitude save.
She gets fort save, and I do 2d6 plus just normal bludgeoning damage.
It's going to be a 29 total on her fortitude save.
I'm assuming she's a higher level than me.
She's a higher level.
Then nothing happens. And she will take 19 damage.
19.
You walk up, you get a hold of her, and just whack. And as you do, she seems to go for like the small child dead weight defense. You feel her body just completely drop, totally limp, crumpled to the floor.
I know.
But-
I know exactly what she's
Oh
in.
my
She
God.
is.
You're looking at her face, her head doesn't move. There is a sickening, tearing sound of separating flesh as this strike decapitates her. You hit her body and it crumples away as her head, with what looks like just a fleshy tendril extending out from the base of the neck, with what look like lungs attached to the side of it, slither and float in the air before you, leaving nothing but this disembodied singing head and its entrails. She is no longer grabbed as you are holding on to just a body that's lifeless now. But as you were the one who made the save, you do have one action left.
Move, grab, dazing blow.
Oh, you had to move up. Then it's MD, who is, I believe, stunned one.
I'm paralyzed.
Oh, you were paralyzed.
I would like to know, I love the paralyzed card because it says on the bottom, you can't act except thinking. You think I think?
What kind of thoughts you got?
Em
Nothing?
thinks
Empty
I'm
head?
paralyzed.
I thought I
Is
had it backwards. I thought it was Marius.
No, Marius is stunned. Is paralyzed the incapacitation effect?
I mean, the spell she casts is an incapacitation effect.
You are
I'm gonna
Bad.
incapacitated for the sake of that card, yes.
But you are That's the effect that you have.
I'm going to use my hero point from Scott as MD for a second hears all this going on, paralyzes. He is not happy and he is very confused. I'm going to use Stay in the Fight. Play at the start of your turn of when you or an ally is affected by an ongoing incapacitation effect.
Oh, absolutely for that.
I
Yes.
ignore it for 1 round.
Ooh, okay.
And guess who's flat-footed because they're in front of me?
MD, but fighting through the pain.
Fighting through the paralysis, and he goes to oh no, and just walks for it. He tries to speak and feel the song come out. I was like, I don't like this at all. Oh, and we're gonna pick at her full force. I want this to stop. Rolled a 9 on the die, and you know what?
She's flat-footed.
She is flat-footed, but also Link gave me this really cool thing for Georgie.
Put a 20 on the table.
George.
Put a 20 on the table for George.
For George, we're gonna put a 20 on the table. As like
Right here. Right here.
I
Call
go
the
to
shot.
swing, and just an immense amount of calculations goes through my head in a flash, and then it all goes away for another 9.
Fixed point to the
Fixed
timeline.
It's a total of
It's a 9 for
a
George.
25. Inspire Courage still up?
Yeah.
He's paralyzed.
Wait,
He's
oh, it
not
goes away.
It
now.
lasts for
Yeah,
one
It
round.
lasts for 1
Then-
round.
Oh, then you would still have it then.
Yeah.
I thought it's not
It
continuous. It's
rings
just
in
a
the
round
air.
of
Yeah. 26.
26 will hit her flat-footed.
Yeah, because I hit her on an 18.
You need that.
I
Really good
need
acoustics in here.
that.
It's kind of like, oh, I can hear it.
Thank you for your contribution, sir. 6, 10, 13, 14, 20, 21 points of damage.
Okie dokie. And the great pick is Pierce.
Pierce.
Okay. Suddenly a much smaller target.
It's a much smaller target. And then with the pick, as the pick comes down, MD just in a practice flash brings the razor up to aiming for the lungs. Never has a weak point been so exposed in my life. 18 on the die for a total of a 31.
31
That's
definitely
for
hits.
George.
That's
Perfect.
for George.
That's for George.
I rolled 3 ones. 1, 2, 3, 6, 12, 14, 15.
Okie dokie.
And now I'm back to being paralyzed.
Speaking of paralyzed,
Wow.
easy.
I can
over
only-
there in the
I
doorway.
can only think.
You can only think. If you have
You can
any
only think in cadence.
entirely mental actions, you can.
Well,
make them.
you know, being
Oh,
a-
he's desperately raising her
I have
hand.
a question. What's a misfortune? What qualifies as a misfortune effect?
Not this.
Never mind,
Misfortunes are things
goodbye.
that like make you roll twice to take the lower. Or
I
stuff
thought
like
that maybe it was just something unfortunate.
This is in fact unfortunate, but it is
I
not.
would
A,
classify this as something that seems like a misfortune effect. Well, never mind. Have a great turn, Kevin.
Well,
right.
being a pirate, I've met many a siren on the sea.
You're not a pirate.
So, you know, I might have some knowledge about this.
You can absolutely recall knowledge while you're
Think
paralyzed.
about these creatures.
Okie dokie. What is your
Occultism.
occultism? You know this thing is gonna be occultism.
Yeah, 11.
11.
You got this. You're smart.
Well, I mean, clearly her manifestation here is a degree of similar to the spawn that you heard your friends tell you about while you were crying in a corner somewhere. You didn't really see that, and you have no idea what to expect from the singing floating head
Nah.
that just started singing and paralyzed you.
Law.
George heard his name and started looking around confused. From Link in the chat. Alright, we're not trying to drive your cat insane.
We're messing with his head.
Yeah, we're just your cat's in Strange Aeons now.
Meow. Meow. Meow.
Thrushmore.
Oh, it's that Thrushmore cat.
Is there a
Oh my
roll?
gosh, we just made canon. That's
Is there a save
Is there a save?
for paralyzed? When is
No, but at the end of your turn, you would regain control of your body again. It is a 1-round paralyze.
Okay, cool.
But you are still drawn into the song.
Okay.
Marius, who was only stunned
Could've been
once. You have 2 actions.
I was thinking in song.
Oh, I don't like this at all. Have some arrows and hope you fall. I don't feel like math. 35.
Absolutely. 35. Absolutely in there.
Is it just a hit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, fine.
You're looking for a 38.
Well, yeah, she's not flat-footed to you. Flat-footed to the flanking only applies to the melee.
32.
person, but 32 hits too. All right, we got 2 in there.
That's 3 18s in a
Yeah.
row.
So 30.
Did 3 hit? 3
Blink,
arrows?
blink,
3 hits.
Don't forget your free +1s.
I don't think we've got that right now.
That's
You have it
right.
for-
That's gone.
Oh, yeah, no, it passed his turn, so you're no longer inspired.
10.
God, be a better bard. Jeez.
She's singing. Why aren't you singing?
17.
We're all singing.
18, 19, and 25 plus 3.
But he turned on the cat.
George is
9?
here.
Yeah. So 25 plus 9.
34?
34.
34.
Oh my gosh.
3 arrows.
3 arrows, 3 hits, 34 points of damage as these arrows just strike into. I mean, the biggest, most obvious target are the pair of lungs that are just drifting around underneath her, attached to this tendril-like.
I just really don't want to keep singing.
Kimmy's gonna kind of. She's already kind of pinned, cowering against the wall, and then as everybody kind of starts to move, she's like, "Guys, what's going on? Why are you doing that?"
Why is everybody singing?
Just gonna furiously forbidding ward or something. Just sustain her forbidding ward. It's like, God, stop that.
The one very confused character in the middle of the random musical episode that's just like, why are we singing?
Stop it! And I'm gonna stoke your heart. Pleading in the car. I'm just gonna sustain both of them. Just kind of in the corner, like, what?
Sustains.
Why are you doing that? That's my turn. She thinks she's lost it. I'm gonna sustain my forbidding ward, keeping my little AC buff and saving
Oh
throw
my God.
buff, and then
That's a great curse to put on
sustain the
somebody.
stone bar.
You hear everything in
Be the
cadence.
only person who's not in the
We
musical.
can't let MD get too low. This melody is full of woe. He is a hero after all. He should crush her into a wall. Scott!
Scott!
Refill this man.
Entirely frazzled. I'm just gonna keep my buffs up and pray
She
it goes away.
does pause as this round, each of you in turn, kind of making a part, taking your own part into this. As she comes back, these few strikes, these arrows, she's reacting. Her body twitches, but the smile never leaves her face. As she looks across the group here, closely at Trey and MD in front of her. Mortal lives, worthless eyes, all you see, you could never know.
Paralyzed again, by the way.
And and he stops, shocked by this one. As an energy starts to manifest in her eyes,
And she takes
the
a
whites
spear
and
to
the
the face.
irises disappearing and turning matte black as you take a swing.
That might do it.
She's not flat-footed.
Paralyzed doesn't say you're not threatening.
But he's not.
Doesn't say it on the
What's
card.
your total?
It's 37.
I'll give you a 50-50. I'm going to roll this D20. 50-50 says no. It pays
Let
paralyzed.
me roll
It's
the
not
D20.
threatening. I'm a coin flip it on that one because honestly, I'm not confident. Regular hit.
Then she'll take 17 damage.
Okie
To
dokie.
piercing.
17 points of piercing damage. You strike her with a spear, but then this energy shoots out in a black line, a dark blast that seems to draw light in from the room around it. The whole of the room getting a bit dimmer for a moment as this rips across Trey, MD, and EZ. I need a fortitude save from the three of you.
I got a 20. I
20 on
failed.
fort save?
Yeah.
Regular failure.
Just like a draw.
You're like, I'm making
my
a save
gosh.
of some kind.
So, just for clarification, if there's a card that says, this is a hero point card, it says you gain the drain condition if you use it. If I'm already drained two, does it add or does it not do anything?
It adds.
Absolutely add, yes.
Okay, then I
You
don't
want to be
wanna
drained
do
3?
it. No, I thought that two.
Your hard fiddle dee
That's a
dee.
reroll right there, Brandon.
Yeah.
Trey, he's our man. If he can't do
I'm
it,
spending it.
hit it harder. I'll just put it back down the top of the deck.
I know what
Dark
this
Card
is.
1985.
Thank you,
Just
Dark
put it
Card.
down. You reroll that immediately.
Nothing changed. Still a fail.
Okay.
I got one worse
It's
since
worse.
19.
Natural
Still
20.
fail.
Natural 20.
So plus 11, 31.
Banger.
A 15 on the die plus 12, 27.
27 regular failure.
Not good at these.
You are both.
It's not a reflex save. I'm not making it.
You are both immediately going to feel almost a concussive force for a moment, even though it just looks like a flash of shadow that staggers you for a brief instant. And then you feel winded afterward. You're both drained 1.
Yep.
Welcome to the fun house of draining.
Welcome to Innervation.
I'm back.
And that is absolutely innervation.
I'm very familiar with that spell.
She threw the opposite of a flashbang.
And you can feel still this sapping away at you. This is an ongoing effect. You're both going to be taking some persistent damage. After that, she looks to the two of you, MD looking briefly paralyzed, Trey, her tongue whipping and lashing
Well.
out, striking like, a whip, your direction
It's nasty.
for a
It's
35 to hit.
Not a crit.
Not a crit. And as this flicks across you, with enough force behind it to do 22 points of slashing damage, striking like the sharpest blade. Make me another fortitude save.
Striking with the sharpest
Make
Make me another
crit fail.
fortitude save.
That's a 2.
Crit fail.
Yeah, 16 total.
16 is a regular fail on this,
Oh.
fortunately. Just a normal.
That's lucky, because that's
an
a 2.
ordinary fail. It's the by 1, but just
Yeah.
an ordinary. Good thing fortune good save.
I would have crit failed.
You're already drained, so
Oh my gosh.
it would drained 1 you, but this unfortunately does not stack with the drained 1 that you already have. But you
Enfeebled.
you do feel a bit of a sickening exhaustion, debilitating wash over you.
So they don't stack.
Those ones don't.
Okay, but
your card
It
inflicts.
says
a drain
no. It
one.
says you gain the drain 1 condition. Does that mean stack?
Based on that
Oh,
wording.
hey,
No,
actually-
if it says you gain the drain 1 condition, then yeah, I guess
You're
that
in
would
business.
stack.
Okay,
You're already
so I can still
drained
use that
too.
card.
Set up shop.
You can throw it. Are you throwing it? Is
No,
that-
no, no.
bad
I mean, I got
for
natural 20s.
Okay, fair enough. The two people that
the
did not already critically fail the singing save make me will saves.
What?
You too. Make
She's
a will
still
save.
singing. Make
What?
me will
No.
saves again.
Now I'm singing permanently. Unless the DC is 27, because I got an 18.
18's a crit failure.
Yes,
You're
so I'm permanently
I
singing.
could.
Welcome to the song.
Counter,
Hold on,
I
I'm
have
doing
reaction, right?
You could counter performance.
failed
You
your
are not
singing
paralyzed now. You could counter perform.
Okay.
Hold on, Easy is here.
I'm just gonna be like, don't listen to the siren of the sea.
Aha!
She brings ruin, not glee. Have no ears, have no fears. Cover your ears and try not to flee. We'll do it again. Well, you get the better of the rolls.
Both
Okay.
of them are just.
No,
I think-
you use your performance check. You
Oh,
roll
yeah,
your
what do you do?
performance.
You roll a perform, and they
What?
can
Use the
choose-
better.
Take your
They
roll.
take the
Whatever
better of
your
the
roll
performance
was
check or
Okay,
your
the
roll.
other one was
It was a fail.
the other one was on the die.
Yeah, you guys don't roll again. You can take his performance check instead
Yeah.
if it's better.
Make it a good
roll,
one.
I didn't roll very well, so I'm going to use channel life force from Chef. Yeah.
We're re-rolling the
Chef's
re-roll.
EJSA.
I don't-
Yeah, subject. Thank you very much.
Shaw.
So I'm like I can clear my throat because I've been paralyzed. And then I'm gonna redo it. But yeah, so worse.
What's the total, though? Because that does
6
matter.
plus performance is 17. 17 plus 6 is
23.
I will take the fail.
Okay, he's offering a regular failure. If
I
you'd
will
like to
take
take
that.
his regular failure. What do you have?
Also a regular failure.
It's a regular.
Welcome to the musical. Welcome to
Well,
the
the
musical.
price is
She could
right.
re-roll her save.
I think that I'm going to re-roll mine.
There's
I'm
so
going
much
to-
going on here.
Hold on.
Cammy doesn't want to sing.
Reroll.
She doesn't want to
reroll.
sing.
I don't want to
I
sing.
just
Too bad.
this is thank
I'm
you
paralyzed.
Dark Heart 1985 for providing the third reroll of this check. That's
Hey!
pretty good. It's a 13 on the die.
That's
so then
still a
plus
failure.
It's probably still going to be a failure. It's a
28.
28 will succeed.
Yeah! We found it. The DC is a 28.
Trey, your turn.
Write that down. Write that down.
Grab.
Grab. He's not talking.
It's your turn.
I'm not talking anymore. I'm telling you what I'm doing.
I know. I was gonna say, Trey.
Oh.
No more
Yeah.
words.
That's
that was
one
the-
higher than last time. I rolled a 13. This time it's a 14, so she grabbed again. And
Not terribly hard to grab a hold of. She's kind of got a rope
Yeah.
hanging out of
Yeah,
her now.
the
It's
big noodle
gross,
just-
but
just grab a hold of it and squishes.
Oh.
as
Dazing
you grab
blow.
it definitely does not squish. It feels like a solid tendril of like
Okay.
muscle, like grabbing onto a snake, but coated in a thick mucus.
And dazing blow as I just take the spear, choke all the way down on the bottom of it, and just whack her with the stick. Not even trying to thrust anymore. I just bonk.
Bonk is strong.
That bonk will fail. That's an 8, 22 total.
22 will not hit. No, you try. You could
Bonk.
try again if you go for the big minus. That means
Doesn't-
minus
what
10.
else
Might
am
as
I
well,
gonna do?
yeah.
Just bonk, bonk. 13. That will also miss. Because her AC is very high.
Big. Her AC is
She's squirmy.
her AC is pretty thick, is what it is. At the end of
22.
your turn, you are going to take 14 more points of negative damage, and then roll to see if that condition ends.
No, it's persistent damage.
Persistent
It's just
damage
a
from the
flash.
shadow beam. MD. You, as it comes
You
around
said
to you,
14?
regaining control of your form, fighting free of this, no longer paralyzed, but still stuck in this song. Is a 1 round paralyzed, so ignore it for 1 round is a pretty good hero point to pull out on that.
It doesn't. That round doesn't count for the duration.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
still
now paralyzed for
So
a
you
round.
are paralyzed this round.
It puts it on
waited.
pause for 1 round.
You
Yeah.
pushed it, paid it forward. All right, fair
Yeah,
enough. So
yeah, yeah.
now you are stuck in front of her here.
glaring menacingly.
So you still have your turn, and you still feel this enervating effect. 22 points of negative damage, much worse on your end. Roll to see if that ends.
I rolled an 8 on the die, but you know what, Scott? Woo! I can't use this because I'm paralyzed. So we're gonna.
Apparently, Chef Zija. as you
Thinking
say it.
very hard about
I've said
ending.
ZJSA for like 10 years, and I learned something today.
willing this to go away. I rolled a 7 on the die. It went
Still
down
going to be
by 1.
enervating. Easy.
Thank you, Scott. Oh.
No longer paralyzed, but stuck in the song.
Well, so I'm gonna be like, well, we got good voices. We could be a barbershop quintet. The best one you've ever met. I've got a frog song we can learn that we can sing in the tavern. I think it would be a good set.
I love that everyone's just like got their own song.
That's
Beautiful.
courage.
That's courage. That's courage,
That's
baby.
courage.
I'm encouraged.
Courage.
And now you're not paralyzed anymore.
And I have full actions, right? So I'm not stunned or
Yes,
anything.
you are no longer stunned. Stunned 1 is you lose. It's not like slowed or anything. The duration is until it has taken that 1 action from you.
Oh, okay.
So like as soon as it comes around to your turn, it's immediately gone because you've lost your 1 action. To stun.
Gotcha. Then I'm
It's
gonna,
very rare there's an ongoing stun condition.
I'm just gonna be like, oh, watch your head. I'm throwing hot lead, and I'm just gonna launch more projectiles at her. I'm gonna.
Oh,
I'm-
no.
She is
no.
grabbed.
Yeah, she is grabbed.
She's got a hold of the
No, but
actual her.
I rolled a 4, so I'm gonna be like, I was too focused on singing. I need to refocus on hitting, and
Too focused on singing, need more focus on flinging.
oh yeah, and that was
Bazinga.
from Asane. Thank you very much. And that's, I mean, might not still do it. Okay, 10 plus 15, well, plus 1, so 26.
26 is exactly the flat-footed. Yes. 26 will just hit because it's grabbed.
grabbed his value.
What kind of damage is this doing? What's your talking about?
I'm gonna try to just pierce her with.
Okay,
with
stick them through the long balloons.
Yeah, can I get 2d6?
Yes.
I just take his.
Okay, 2
Hey.
6s and a 3, so that's 12
We're here.
plus 3 is
Dice on the
15.
table.
Plus 1 is 16. Plus my thing is 4, so 20.
20 points of damage. That's not bad.
Not too shabby.
Marius.
I'm gonna give you more arrows with haste because of our time you tried to waste.
But he's leaning into it.
With a baritone.
28.
Yep.
No.
No.
22.
Also no.
23.
Still no.
Okay. 30.
Okay, 2 on there. 2 in.
Blink,
2
blink.
in, 2 out. A good salvo from the ranger.
9, 12, 13, 13, 7, 10, 11, so 24.
Ooh. Wow,
Nice.
Marius is putting big
Dang.
damage out this fight. And between this blast from Easy and Marius's flurry here, you got a hold of Rumatri. She starts to twitch and writhe harder. You see the smile start to fade a little bit as there's not much to her to see, but she is pretty clearly getting ripped apart here. She is not a close-up fighter. That's not what she does. Cammy.
She's the one who chose to fight us in a small room.
Cammy is like rested flat against the wall, just like, stop! Stop! What are you doing? Ah! That's needle darts flinging that abandon with abandon. That's a 30 to hit.
Woo! In there. Little darts, I assume, do piercing damage.
Yeah.
Because they're darts and they're needles. Both of those words will
You're,
make me
you're
think piercing
so
damage.
smart, dude. I need all the d4s.
They're actually a blunt weapon.
You hit it with the back and they just tumble.
Thank
They're
you.
really bad darts, like the cheap plastic darts.
That's a lot of D4s.
Give me a minute.
Please hold. Mini D4s.
Hitting her with a long
15,
dart.
He says
16.
he says it's 16. So it's 16.
Okay.
Excellent.
16
That's
points
all
of
I
piercing damage.
As the little darts just fly off of the wall.
She's getting perforated. She's taken a piercing telekinetic projectile, 2 arrows, and a needle darts in 1 6-second window. And MD has this haunting melody in his ears, being overwhelmed by his paralyzing fears. This round you should be able to move, and your force you will prove from Scott! Scott!
Last stand.
Yeah! We know what that one does.
And for my last action, I'll just sustain strength arts and Trey, snap out of it, please! Oh my god!
She grits her teeth and writhes a bit in your grip as this esophageal tentacle lashes out and tries to wrap back around you, fighting back like a snake.
Looking for a 24.
27.
She'll break free or grab me,
This
whatever
is
she
an
wants.
attack.
Oh. Well, then that will hit.
And that is going to hit you for 13 points of bludgeoning damage, but it does wrap around and constricts with a surprising amount of force she's going to reverse the grab also. So she is now holding you instead of you holding her. And she stops singing for a second. Whatever you do here, none of it will make a difference. This is ordained. If not us, it will be others. The joining will succeed.
Can I just stab her in the mouth for talking too much?
You go to stab her in the mouth and she opens her mouth and that tongue just shoots out again.
Like a Yoshi tongue.
That's nasty. That's foul play.
Trey enjoys it.
don't know. I think I got one. I have 3. I'm stacked. I'm absolutely spent. I just looked at my
Why?
list.
Why
I'm
did you tell him?
But you have to use them against me.
I have.
That's true.
No,
This
you
is
have-
this is a sane 221.
You have
dude. I'm
one
stacked.
for
I have
him.
Never
one
mind.
that's for you.
Okay.
I got a load over here. That spear comes up and she flicks her head out of the way and moves her whole head to flick that tongue towards your face. Striking out of you for 26.
It'll hit because I'm flat-footed.
Regular hit.
She's doing damage.
It's grody, man.
Hits you right in the
Only
ear.
16 points of slashing damage. And as she stops her song, this spell on all of you fades away for a moment. With nothing to follow after, it breaks. Trey. She's wrapped up around you, lashing her tongue out.
I crit her.
What'd you
That's a 19
Oh.
plus 20 for a 39.
That'll crit her. I'm just what? How do you win this?
With dice.
The dice.
The total matters.
You cannot possibly do less than
Oh.
15 damage, right?
No, my plus is a 10.
I was pretty
Okay.
sure. Yeah, she's got 15 health. One hand.
Plus, I almost max rolled. Well, she lashes out, and then the spear follows right behind that movement, chasing the tongue back through and piercing through the back of her skull. As her noodly bits drop off of me into wet as she slips off and falls across the
As
ground.
She releases her grip and drops.
Still not talking because I don't know if I'm going to keep singing or not.
Down to the ground. She writhes, her head flailing, this tentacle on these lungs, whirling and flapping. Convulsions of a dying soul. Black stars in. And she stops.
Kimmy's gonna run forward and just start stomping on her throat, just like jumping.
I'm going to spin 2
Grab
actions.
Cammy by the scruff of the neck. And
Hold your head. be
No,
like,
no,
"Stop,
let her
please
have
just
this."
Say something normal.
I'm going to spend my last 2 actions to try and get rid of the innervation.
You
Trying to brush
Really
and-
try to focus in. Give me a flat check. You're looking for an 11, not a 15.
I got an 18 either way.
You're good. And give me 1 for yourself as you grab Kimmy.
rolled in that one.
But I think that doesn't really matter for this. You're going to take 13 more points of negative damage before this innervation effect fades away from you as well. Cammy just
Flailing in the air.
No, you don't understand. It was awful.
I'm like, how's everybody feeling?
Can we talk normally again?
Don't you worry.
Oh no, he still got it.
I think we gave Cammy a new fear.
How's everybody feeling?
I'm telling it's like the walking into a room and everyone's staring at you.
Yeah.
That's already her fear.
But perhaps the most merciful that this sentence has ever been, the room falls quiet.
That was scarier than anything else that we've had to do.
No more whatever the hell that was, please.
Oh.
Hey, MD, how you feeling?
feel
Yeah, you look
great.
like you're in need of healing.
That's just easy. Cammy, that's just Easy's normal state.
The drain stays. When the persistent goes away, the drain stays.
Yes, you are still.
I feel awful.
And you gotta give it to her. I mean, it makes sense that she can sing well with a pair of lungs like that.
Shut up.
2 separate bodies on the floor. The human shell she had worn just crumpled where it was cast to the ground by Trey, and now this demon, this cursed head and entrails left now stomped into the rug in the corner by
Tiny
Cammy,
footprints.
literally jumping up and down on it. Arrows punctured through the lungs, one through her cheek, leaking not so much blood as a thick, pungent bile.
It's vinegar.
It does not smell like vinegar,
That's good.
but that smell still hangs in the room over her. Cammy, with your incredible sense of smell, which I'm sure you're really happy you have right now,
Yeah.
you can tell it's coming only from the corpse she was wearing, not from her herself. You are left now in this bedchamber. A couple of doors to the south and, well, the room that ostensibly, perhaps, the maybe late Count Lowells himself had called home. There is this writing desk here with a vanity attached where Rumatri had been sat that looks like it has some notes scattered across its surface and a much larger arm wire across the opposite wall. Other small dressers and end tables scattered about the outsides of the room.
These windows open?
They would.
Okay, should we just throw her body outside so it doesn't smell?
Please, it
Yeah.
smells awful.
No.
Yeah,
If we throw it out there, it's gonna smell when we leave.
Yeah, but
you whistle and give it to
take it.
Holly.
It
pick up
cannot
and
be
move
in
it to
here
the
right
other
now.
vinegar body room.
MD just immediately picks it up and just leaves out into the hall.
You could have fed it to the thing.
I'll also pick her body up and move it to.
Put a,
Corpse disposal.
Put it
Yeah.
in the quarantine room.
Someone, someone's got to handle
put a
it.
note on the door. Don't
We're
open dead
collecting.
inside.
Mhm.
Don't
dead open inside.
Don't dead
Open
open inside.
inside. All right.
Now, what's in that vanity?
Do we need to take a minute for you guys, or
I don't think we have much of a minute to take right now.
Yeah, but if we go in hurt the way we are, I kind of look at Easy.
Me?
You look awful.
I don't think I'm just losing blood. I can't really be. I'm mostly fine, but my fine has the bar has been lowered. I'm almost full, but the bar dropped a lot.
Are you sure you're doing fine?
I'm not.
I'm doing fine. You just don't
He
got a lot of
says this.
time.
He says this as he throws open the armoire on the other end of the room, which is huge, spacious, but rather disorganized and kind of a little grimy, filled with a very eclectic assortment of clothing. There is a massive cloak, a huge, heavy fur coat, a Kadiran-styled frock, some silk turbans, and a wide-brimmed traveling hat, a half-dozen lace-trimmed shirts with fancy collars and sleeves, and on the inside of the armoire door, hanging on a peg, would be a humongous, heavy raincoat.
Anything magical?
Casting that out, nothing in here would be, but you would get. You, I guess, carried the body away. We'll pretend this happened before you carried the body away, because you would pick something up off of the cloak on the body that Rumatri was inhabiting.
Ooh.
All right, I'll bring that back with me.
We'll say you leave the cloak there and then you took the rest of the body out. For purposes of simplicity. I'm not going to deny you your loot because of order of operations.
Either way, I still need something.
Well, if we're gonna do anything, we should make it quick.
We do have elixirs.
I don't
we
want
do?
to waste.
I'm out of juice, so
I got some. It just wouldn't be much. I can do a little heal. Helps see how you feel. I'm gonna do a little level one.
You are doing it on purpose.
I'm gonna do a level 1 soothe. Just a little bit.
A little bit of a D10.
Yeah. What that looks like.
I love the D10 is always the one that you're like,
Oh no! I
what's
rolled a
D-
1.
5.
5 health.
5 health.
Do you feel
back.
better now?
I feel much better.
You-
Well, roll a D. Oh, you're at 0 sanity actually, so you're feeling great.
It's good.
is there a reward for being at 0?
You don't
I have
roll
great
when you
feeling.
get
Good.
soothed.
I had
Okay.
great friends.
You do. I mean, can we just do can you just do medicine? Like, I can give you magic mud. We can go back to the old days.
Let's go rub some dirt on there.
I mean, yeah, we have all the
I
stuff.
would
we
say
need.
it would have been long enough. You could do a regular medicine check because you spent an hour in the guest house, but that was probably started with regular medicine and then lay on hands afterwards. So I will give you that you can use a regular medicine check if you wanted to somewhat quickly. Still 10 minutes,
Yeah,
but somewhat quickly tend to MD as well as you can.
I don't
Notes.
have any focus.
Hey, you know what's nice about 10
You
minutes?
can also get a focus point back while you do that.
Can I do those at the same time?
You sure can. If you're gaining focus points, is a kind of unique one that you can do it alongside most other resting activities.
That is so sick.
While they're bandaging up, can I look under the rug?
Absolutely. You poke around the room. You look under the rug. Maybe a perception check. You're clearly seeking here.
26.
26. As you poke around the room. There's nothing interesting under the rug, and most of the other drawers and cabinets just have more clothing, bedding, the same sort of oddities you found all throughout the mansion. But looking through this big armoire and the heavy coat that is hung on this peg inside the door, you notice that inside the pocket is a folded piece of parchment. You pull it out. It's rather heavy stock, very finely cut. It's in the world of, general medieval fantasy Galarian, most parchment is not, like perfectly rectangular A4 paper. It's, kind of whatever it came out as. But this is like sharp corners, fine edges, perfectly flat. Almost like a modern cardstock, sort of very well made.
Off-white, eggshell white, even has a watermark.
But as you open it and look inside, it is a permit with the official seal of Briarstone Asylum, issued by Administrator Lissandro for visitation of a patient. Take a guess.
It wasn't us.
Starts with a Z.
Xandalus.
Xandalus.
Okay.
I just dropped a bunch of cards doing this.
You would also see,
Gotta-
of course, again that the writing desk has a small, disorderly assortment of what look like handwritten notes in no real particular order, just scattered across its surface. That's just been sort of left in the corner, untouched for, well, probably since the Count or whoever wrote them was here last.
Do any of the notes mention anybody we would recognize?
You. Well, not you, but the
Oh.
plural you.
Aw.
The royal you.
Sorry, Marius.
You, the party.
I would be very surprised.
You're
You
important.
specifically.
That's gonna be a major.
Get this dwarf.
It just says "Hey you" on the paper.
Hey, you're finally reading this.
The last for today, as I have bills I must pay. So easy, don't worry. The point came in a flurry. From Scott!
Thank you,
Jump on the
Scott.
other side of the table.
Roll back. Hands off.
That is a very easy thing.
No, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
These notes mention an assortment of strange things, but what very quickly meets your attention is a couple of errant mentions of traveling companions, a large scarred orc, a hobgoblin, the pink-haired gnome,
Who's that?
who could possibly refer to anyone else, and that's even aside from them being mentioned simply by name. At this point, I'm sure, I don't know why I'm double checking this, I'm just having a moment of self-doubt. Marius is fully aware of all of your actual names, right? Like he knows Martin and Adelman and
yeah.
Muglim and all
We've
that.
referred to each other as, and I think occasionally or someone else has referred to him as that
Yeah.
around him.
Yeah.
They seem to have traveled with Count Lowell's to meet someone.
You guys might want to check out these notes. Come over here.
Easy, can you read them out loud for me?
Yeah, I'll read it.
As you look through it, you find a couple things of interest. The first, this meeting with this enigmatic mad poet. You had been brought with Count Lowell's to meet with this figure. And in one of what must be the later notes, there are some interesting revelations about the sacrifice of their minds to put them into a fugue state. But they lived, unable to remember their lives or react to outside stimuli. One of the most recent things you can find, surely, is a note about them to be turned over to the warden of Briarstone Asylum according to their agreement.
We agreed to it.
The agreement between Laos and Lissandra.
The paper would say according to our agreement.
Oh.
So kind of ambiguous.
And a little ambiguous. Only one other name would be mentioned in here. Not the name of a person or a place, but of something that it sounds like Count Lowell's was seeking. The thing he had met with the mad poet to find. Something called the Necronomicon.
Whoa. Name dropping stuff.
is going
That
to
name has
spooky.
only led to good things whenever it's come up in any piece of media ever.
First the Book of Dreams, now this other book. Starting to hate reading. Literature.
So owls is the reason we're in this state.
Yeah. Well, the mad poet. That's what Melisen told me.
Well, what did he get out of it? What did we get out of it? Were we sacrifices or did we agree?
I get the feeling sacrifices or payments of some kind of
We might have agreed,
transaction.
Well, why would we agree?
not knowing the consequences.
That's fair. We are kind of stupid.
Could have had like blackmail or something if you knew the various things that at least some of you have done.
As you all rack your brains trying to put these pieces together, you remember something. The four of you.
Group memory.
I'm just sitting here like,
Oh,
these papers, these are fun.
As Marius is looking through these, looking for any further information, the four of you together recall a journey. You were walking alongside a convoy of figures. Some you recognize. Malison. A few faces of other cultists that you've seen here throughout town. Some you don't. A much larger man wearing the fur coat from this armoire. A figure with a loosely wrapped white turban and strange alien proportions. You're walking through a desert, featureless to the horizon. Not a hill, not a plant, nothing in sight save for a lone oasis sat some yards before you. A single little abode right next to it. And that is all that you can recall.
Well,
That's my mind oasis.
Seems like we all know about it.
yeah, it seems like we all were there.
Yeah, it seems like we were all
Oh.
there.
Yeah, you were there too. I saw you clearly,
sorry,
Marius.
You guys were in my head.
I clearly saw you there, Marius. You're sitting right next to
Right.
Melisen. Oh, it seems like everything leads back to Melisen anyways.
You know what that means?
Find her, make her talk, and kill her.
You got it.
Oh, we switched to questions first now?
Well, yeah, I have a lot of questions.
Okay.
Do
We
you
tried
not?
asking
Like,
questions
why
after we
don't
kill
you
them, and it doesn't
like
work out as
me?
well.
I mean, we could find her, beat her up, ask questions, then kill her.
Okay.
Well, order of operations. Clear the mansion, stop the ritual, torture her for information.
Like that.
Get healed up.
That's somewhere
That's
in the mix.
optional.
Go and roll me your medicine check.
+1.
+1?
Magic mud!
Magic mud!
Plus 13.
Are you doing trained or expert?
Are you even expert?
Are you even expert?
No, I'm not
trained
expert.
it is.
I'm trained.
I'll
I'm
take it.
trained, but that's
That
I
passes.
know that what?
It's DC 15.
Never mind.
What is the total?
It would be 16.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Trained DC is just 15.
I just saw a 3
Uh,
on my die, and I was like, I don't think that's
2d8.
fine.
Ooh.
No, you're at the point that you can't fail unless you roll a 1.
We were doing this on MD, right?
Yes.
It's a double date.
That's 7.
Oh.
Nice.
How you feeling?
It's something, huh?
We're almost at 69.
Oh, you're treating
He's
That's
better than
66.
ever.
the kinds of wounds that enervation leaves with magic mud and band-aids is difficult at best. There's little physically wrong with him.
I just have a splitting headache.
How bad off are you still left here? Are you gonna be okay?
I mean, I can fight.
I could.
Save it.
It'll be
Are you
fine.
sure?
Indy's just gonna stand
I
up.
can't.
Which door? That door?
Straight down.
Okay.
save it.
In that same 10 minutes, because I looked at the cloak.
Oh yeah, you were there for 10 minutes. You can look at the cloak. What's your
11. Occultism.
11? It is.
Can I assist?
Sure.
Also plus 11. Or 12, sorry.
You don't make it worse.
Okay.
Are you putting it on or just looking at it?
I'm just like, I already have a cloak
Because you're
on.
not able to assess.
I just know it's a regal blue
It's
cloak.
very bright. Yeah, that's literally you get
that's
that.
it.
That's if you're able to assess
We
that
got
there is
paper.
certainly a magical aura on there, and it appears to be one of what would be an abjuration, probably.
Okay. So it's a protection?
Or I'd say enchantment. Enchantment. It'd be enchantment,
Oh.
actually. But you don't know what. Not the slightest idea.
Just put it on.
It's very blue. It's very majestic looking. It's regal, I believe is the word that I wrote. That's what you got.
I mean, I already got a nice green cloak, and it reminds me of somebody. But
I got your girlfriend's cloak.
You want me to put it on?
Take
you have
your
her clothes.
I have the clothes.
Yeah, he's
You
got
have
her
the
cloak.
cloak,
You
I
have
have
her,
the
her
clothes.
clothes.
I'm the great item tester. Want me to put another one on?
Yeah.
Before he does that, Cammy, as you treat the wounds of your allies, you feel you can take on the world. Although you may have lost some of your memory, you feel lucky to be with these misfits. Dark Heart 1985, dropping a lot of
Thank
channel
you
points in here today to
again.
buff up the boys.
Oh my goodness.
If you put it on, go ahead and unfold it once.
Thank you.
The cape is surely eye-catching, but has no obvious effects.
You don't feel anything.
It's blue. I
That's
feel
a-
blue.
Doesn't immediately mind control you to
You
like
look
your
nice.
stick.
Maybe
It's a
like,
I am the
It's
item
just
tester.
eye-catching. We're all just like, oh,
maybe
it's a
maybe
nice color.
Yeah, it
maybe
looks
it's-
nice.
Yeah.
Compliments his manly hobgoblin figure.
who are you wearing tonight? Never mind.
maybe it soothes pain. If you were hurting, then you wouldn't feel anything.
Possibly.
Opening this first door here leads into an attached private study. The walls of the room lined with very fine wooden panels. A single high-backed chair sitting in front of a desk and between a pair of small bookcases on either side, packed tight with tomes, scrolls, notebooks, a ton of information in here. There's a lot. This is information not easily, like, going through all of this is on the scale of hours. It is disorganized and it is numerous. But even a cursory observation would find you a couple of things, particularly with the usage of any ability to detect magic, as you would be able to tell that quite a few of these scrolls are magical in nature. These are sorted by spell level. Every entry is a different scroll. There are 14 of them.
Wow.
Never need spell slots.
So rather than list them all off, I'm just going to hand you that card. Some of them are massively more potent than any magic you have ever attempted to work before. There are some 5th and 6th level scrolls in there.
Oh my gosh.
Now let's real quick. Magical scrolls in Pathfinder are a spell imbued into a piece of paper. Most of the work has already been done. Most of the magic has already been infused. You do not need to be able to cast 6th level spells to cast a spell out of a 6th level scroll.
Everything on there is ready to blast.
You cannot learn it until you have reached a level of power to be able to handle it, but you can use that. It will still use your level and your DC where appropriate, but you can whip that one out. Either of you. We're going to take our midstream break right here while I think these two gremlins very excitedly dig for a bunch of spell cards.
Let me see the.
That I did not do them the courtesy of picking out in advance.
Yeah.
So, because I had to get all of these for Rumatri, so enjoy your digging. Also, I can't take that joy away from them, the pure joy of
Look
digging
how
for fancy
excited
spells. Look how
Sully
pumped
is.
they are to do
Yeah.
this. I
The
can't
best
steal this from
spell
them.
in the game is on here.
Wall of Force.
Hypercognition.
There are
Force.
some bangers on that list.
You'll see.
We're going to stand up, stretch our legs, take a break. It's going to be about 10 minutes. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for all your support already in the show.
Oh my
With the
gosh.
channel points, with the tips, with all the hero points trying to keep these fellas going here. There is still much more to be found in Iris Hill. Don't go too far. We'll get there. BRB. Welcome back, everybody. That was fun. That was
You
fun.
have so many cards.
Cammy's, there are many spell cards spread across that table now from a great number of different sources that were harder to source than I thought they were
That
going
was
to be.
the quickest break we ever took. Let's go.
Frantically fishing for
Hit
spell
the floor.
cards. You two just got handed entirely new spell lists.
Yeah.
Pretty much. You got an entire backup roster now for
Yes.
the rest of Iris
They all
Hill
have
here.
a theme.
Or what?
They
They
do
all
have
have
a
a theme.
theme.
Maybe a little. I mean, it's like they all came from the same place.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
But thank you all for joining us. Welcome back, everybody. Those of you who have been getting several steps ahead here. Thanks to all of you for supporting the show just by being here. Super thanks to all of you supporting the show with the hero points and everything. Anyone who wants to directly support the show and get some bonus content, you can do that through Patreon or now Coffee. For those people who are Patreon allergic, it is very understandable. They do some weird things sometimes. $5 a month gets you access to post shows that we record after every single one of our episodes for all 3 of the weekly shows that we have on UGT show now. It's a lot of extra content. Actually, we're filming a lot of post shows, and I'm not sure how unhinged the non-Strange Aeons post shows are. Are they equally unhinged? There's
think
no
it's
way the Starfinder.
completely hingeless.
There's no way the Starfinder one is less insane. Like just because of the cast.
you're exactly right.
Half the same cast.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. It's half the
And
same
then you
cast.
add
It is.
Corey.
But they
You add
added an
Corey.
additional problem child.
You can't shake us.
If you remove me, you have to replace me with someone as problematic.
Corey.
So it balances
Corey.
out. I swear, you got to fix this because every time I come over here, the dice are always in this big jumble, just piled up against the dice tray.
He does it
Yeah.
on purpose. He's a rat.
That's what we do. That's,
Yeah.
that's what we
I
do
put
over
them in
here.
my mouth and I
Spit him out.
That sounds about right based on the
Thank
condition
you,
I find them.
everyone. Your support helps us keep making these shows. Helps us keep getting this stuff. And as soon as we figure out how to make them work decently, things like the sick audio upgrade that's going to be coming that I'm so super excited for. It's way harder than I thought it was going to be. As we come back
we're
in
not going to be able to do
to
ASMR streams anymore. I'm
the
really sorry
private
about that.
study attached to the master bedroom of the Lowell's estate here, we find our 5 adventurers looking through some notes, some scrolls, some ancient tomes. Well, we did the little other side of the table the other way. We'll start with Derp. We'll do it this way. We'll go around the table.
Works
that
for
time.
me. Howdy, I'm Derp, the big ol' frontline hobgoblin fighter with a poking stick and full plate. And a
It's usually
football
the-
helmet.
Honestly, the grabby hand. It seems to be more of a focus than the poking stick.
Well,
these days.
the grabby hand is only a focus when I have to do dazing blow multiple times per turn.
That's true. We just
Because
grabbed and started throwing.
First action, grab, and now I have map, bonk bonk.
I'm Sully. I play Cammy, the itty bitty gnomish witch, who has rediscovered the magic of reading.
She's not illiterate.
I'm Kevin. I play Easy, a human bard who, still a pirate, thinks all these scrolls are treasure maps. And he's having a good time.
He
He's
was
going through a
perfectly
weird
average.
phase right now.
He's having some difficulties. He's lost a lot of blood, all right?
He's a perfectly average pirate.
Perfectly average.
I'm Marius the Ghoul Dwarven Ranger.
Still singing.
No,
Still singing.
no.
I'm over this. I am Colby. I play MD, the very large, very scarred, full-blooded, very much so a rogue orc.
And I'm AJ. Many of you here know me as Squiddish, the arbiter of all these
He's an obelisk.
great musical episodes and sing-alongs that we have here on the Undeniably Good Time.
Get our
Also
original
an orc.
soundtrack.
All of the completely different songs we had weaving together. It was beautiful.
I had one
Uh,
round.
Her aura very ostensibly does not make you better at singing. It just makes you sing.
Oh, that happened one time and Trey is done talking.
He doesn't talk anymore.
Just in case.
You can't take the risk. Looking briefly through here, finding all these magical scrolls, you would find a couple of things of note. There is a small trunk that you can see once you're in the room, tucked right in next to the door. That's very, very heavy and decently sizable, about the size, like a full size suitcase.
Full of
a
more scrolls.
wood and leather trunk with a big, heavy locking mechanism on the front. Additionally,
Padlock or like an inlaid lock?
like a inlaid lock.
Okay.
It's just like a part of it. That the lock itself is a huge button once it's aligned. Something almost akin to like a primitive version of a combination lock. On the desk is a ton of crap. Would take a lot of time to dig through. Time that at this very moment it doesn't entirely seem like you have. But there are a couple of loose bits of paper that catch your attention. One of which is a map. An annotated map of Lake Carthan, tracing a route.
Does it? Wait, I'm gonna guess. Are there specific points kind of marked out that remind us of where the Stella locations might be?
There are not. No, Lake Carthan is huge. The lake that Thrushmore sits on the shore of is like you can't see the other side of it during a clear day. Huge.
It's a great lake.
So it is a great lake. The map has a route that starts at Thrushmore, heading across much of the lake down the Sullen River, one of the major rivers that runs out of the lake itself to the south, down to Casimir, a port city in the neighboring nation of Taldor, and then further down the coast to a place called Kathir, the capital city of Kadira.
That's what he goes.
What was the last city?
Kathir. It seems like everything Melisen told you in your dream may actually be true. Second, alongside this map, is a draft of an equipment log with a list of equipment, supplies, and an amount of coinage set around for manpower. Just sort of scribbled across a piece of parchment. It includes a lot of firewood, water skins, trail rations, draft animals, wagons, lamp oil and lanterns, bedrolls, blankets, pots, cookware, a lot of supplies that one would need for a pretty large journey. Finding anything more than that, again, would take time. I'm assuming you probably don't want to spend trying to sort through everything in this study. At least not right now.
I want to sort through that locking mechanism, and by me, I mean someone else.
Yeah, be careful. It might be a caster lock.
The last time that we did a lock, it exploded.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it.
I'll be standing in the other
Go
room,
into the other room.
just in case.
Close the door, just in case.
Everyone leaves.
We just hear a faint.
MD shuts the door to the study.
I forgot I have to roll dice. I'm gonna attempt to.
I mean, you don't have to. You can just say it failed.
It fails.
Just come out
I'm gonna
like,
take a
oh,
look
sorry,
at this
guys.
lock.
Rooms away.
gonna try to
The
do
doors
rogue
are closing
things.
between them.
Give me your thievery check, sir.
We're just gonna hear a faint thud from a couple doors over.
So 14 on the die plus a
good.
14 from my stat, so it's a 28.
It's not locked.
That's cool. See, they're not in the room to see this.
You can just tell us that
It
you
is
had
in
to
the
work really
open
hard.
position.
I don't know. I don't know.
So you start to look at it and put pressure on it. The latch pops and it opens.
Cool.
It's a trap.
Inside are, I would say, a strange and eclectic pile of supplies, but again, that's the descriptor I'd apply to nearly everything in this entire mansion. More interestingly, is a large assortment of mostly thick, hardbound books. It's like a little portable library. Atop the valley's soul, the Codex of Three Prescriptions, Curses of the Black Lake, dichotomous translations of Aklo's syntax, elements through the spirals of time, emotions of the past, the falling silk, festival of the snake, the forgotten servants. There
Color
are
from space.
a couple dozen in here. You have no idea what they have in common or what draws them together other than that they all seem strange. I could keep going. The Illusion of the Weeping Ones. In Admiration of Keeping Pecks. Manual of Silence. Men and Vultures, denizens of the darkened depths and dead skies. Monuments of the Forest. The Shadow's Ship. Shards of Sight. Spiders of Sin and Sky. Theological Agreements of the Kingdom. Tigers and Flies.
Oh, the whole list.
The Unified Manual of Understanding. They wrote all this in the book. Voyage of the Rainbow Servant. The Wise Harmony. I'm out. That's the list.
That's the list.
Clear your calendars, folks. We're gonna read them all.
reading.
I appreciate that you started
The next
frantically scribbling until I got to about the fourth title, and you're like, "Screw this." I'm not writing that down.
It's gonna go back to the
we were
vibe.
ready to go. The next
You didn't
6
prepare us a
episodes
note
will be
card
us
for that.
reading these books.
Well, book club.
On
Book club.
audiobooks.
We should form a book club.
It's a lot of something.
How heavy is this case?
It's none of the books are huge. These aren't like encyclopedic tomes, but it's still probably like 40, 50 pounds. It's a pretty hefty trunk.
We don't do pounds here.
How much
It
bulk?
is one bulk.
You do smashes.
Oh, easy.
It's not like that heavy.
Yeah. Cool. It's coming with me. It's neat.
It's a big, if you were to carry it, it's like it's a trunk. You'd have to carry it.
Drag it.
You could definitely drag it along with you.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any
Hardwood.
wheels. It's scraping across the floor. It's like,
Nice hardwood.
Can you
floors.
cast levitate on it?
Wait, no. If the rogue does that, they'll never expect him. What rogue would feasibly be carrying a screeching trunk?
he's gonna be looking for green orcs.
Mind game.
All right, then.
Actually, real quick, going back to the armoire, can I just take that heavy raincoat for some reason?
Sure.
For some
Oh.
reason,
I'm certainly not
because
going to
you want
stop
it.
you. All the clothing in here is sized for a pretty large man.
It's not me.
You are, fairly large for a dwarf, but very much a dwarf. It's going to be pretty big on you.
To protect me from the rain
There's
even
going to be a
more.
raincoat hanging out of the floor
Yeah.
with you wearing it.
Don't worry, I
Put
can
it
hem
in.
it.
But that's a full trench coat for you.
It's books.
I could hem that real fast.
This is all books.
I'm gonna kind of reach for MD's dagger. I could hem it real fast. Just-
Let's continue. We've wasted enough
more
time in
assertive.
here.
I could hem that real
Middle of a
fast.
ritual. Let's just ham, read some books.
Is that another room in the
A
corner?
quieter
Yes.
life. A simpler
There was
life.
another
A
door
little life.
down to the right that
I legit hadn't seen that door because the mount for the camera is right.
it's right in
yeah,
front of
so I
that.
just hadn't seen that.
The other door in the southern wall simply leads in to a staircase. This is a staircase very different than the one that you ascend to the second floor. This is a dirty, dusty, cobweb-filled, simple wooden staircase that heads up to the very top of the Lowell's estate. It is clearly, obviously, completely disused.
I don't think we're going to find anything useful up there, but if we want to look, we might as well.
Go for it.
You want to clear this level first before we ascend?
We
Or-
didn't even clear the first floor.
Nothing's clear here. We didn't even finish outside.
You just fought a demon singing the entire time, and no one has showed up. So
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything.
that doesn't. But
I'll run up there really fast.
What if
and
there's
take
a
peek?
Death Star vampire in the next room?
are you gonna be sneaking or seeking?
I'm gonna be sneaking.
Okay.
The giant
Sneaking.
chest.
Shink, shink,
MD.
shink, shink.
Seeking or seeking?
MD's gonna jingle his way up these crappy wooden stairs. You're big enough. You'd probably actually brush aside some of these thick mats of cobwebs to the top of the stairs. There is no door. There is nothing that connects through. It simply opens up into what's definitely an attic. You know those big attics where the ceiling is just angled. It doesn't have its own bespoke walls. It is the space between the roof of the second floor and the ceiling of the entire structure. Up there, it seems to be one contiguous space that spans the entire size of the full manor building, full of wooden trusses, beams, and rafters. As you get up there, it is dark. In your dark vision, you see a couple of fist-sized, kind of round little creatures just scuttling around
turtles.
in the distance.
The turtles in the walls.
And even without seeking, you would hear what sounds like a sobbing moan
Get out, get out,
from
get out.
deeper in the attic.
The turtles are crying.
Let him cry.
Turtles are crying, Colby.
I know.
Let them cry.
It's kind of.
You can't see the full attic because of the shape of the
Yeah.
building is kind of like U-shaped, and you're like one end of the U here. You can see it definitely has some.
Okay.
You gotta
the turtles
make
are
it.
crying.
Give him private.
Really got you, didn't it? Like,
So sad.
sometimes it really hits you. It's just like
It's always the stupidest things. The turtles are crying.
there are some seemingly almost randomly scattered crates and trunks and barrels around, but there are few. You guys need a second? And he's like,
Let's reset. Reset.
He's got it.
I like turtles. Absolutely.
Just you gotta just ignore it.
you can't do it.
I'm
The
trying to-
turtles are too strong.
I'm trying to get it in the tune right. Like, depressed, crying, addict, turtles.
Depressed, crying, addict turtles. Is that what you're going for?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The cadence wasn't quite there.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I've lost control of this. Clearly, it's just the
When did
turtles
you
want
ever-
this
I
thing.
leave the attic.
When did you ever have control, Squid?
There's crying up there. What? There's crying up
It
there.
comes back downstairs to
Same.
inform you of the
Crying
sounds.
turtles.
I knew there were turtles in the walls.
I don't know what they're turtles or not, but something up there was sobbing and crying.
Give him some space.
Can turtles cry?
Probably.
Slowly.
I'm gonna put
Can
that
I
on the list
do a
of
nature check? For
not our
whether turtles-
problem.
Yeah, we
Cry.
have bigger fish to fry.
We can come
Bigger
check out the
turtles.
crying turtles later.
Bigger turtles to stew.
We could also just burn it down and forget about whatever's up there.
Are you afraid of ghosts?
No.
I mean, now we've like seen.
Are you
Oh,
afraid of
sorry.
ghosts?
I feel like in this context they would attack us, so yeah. I'm not sure I've met many friendly ghosts.
He's afraid of ghosts.
I mean, we like seen ghosts, and most of them were like worth being afraid of.
Yeah, we're still glowing
So
from
that's
the last
kinda-
ghost.
You are still on fire, by the way.
It's not like a hot take or anything. It's
I
like
mean-
verifiably true. Like
And
you
the fire
should be afraid
illuminates
of
the alley.
ghosts.
Yeah.
Last couple
What
ones we
actually
ran
happened?
into kind of
Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah,
spaghetti
the
swirl.
swirl method.
We've handled ghosts.
Well, on
handedly.
top of that, it's like a common issue for like.
no. What's great about this one?
We're
It's in the attic. It's not our problem.
No, I'm walking down. I'm going to that bottom door.
Yeah, we're not
Leaving.
dealing with the
Walking out of
attic.
the bedroom. Nope. Weird crying sounds in the attic? Not today, Satan. I'm gonna go anywhere else. Statements made by reasonable adventurers who survived their campaigns.
I've already dealt with an attic whisperer in this campaign.
That's true.
I don't want to deal with whatever is worse than an attic whisperer in
It
the
certainly
attic.
doesn't sound like a child. It sounds
Good. An adult attic
It
whisperer.
sounds like a
Like a turtle.
Like a
older,
turtle
like
had a
an
whisper.
almost like an older woman maybe.
Ah,
But that doesn't sound like a child for sure.
not going back to that fight either.
You make your way back out into the hallway, where you've got two more simple passageways here.
We should.
One to the south, and one just on the opposite side of this hall that leads you to, well,
Same time like last time.
Oh no!
let me save you the trouble. The southern door leads to another stairwell. Very similar to the one on the northern side of the floor. This one leads back down to the ground level. This is just a connecting passage, just like where you come in the first place. Leaving you just a single door on the side there to poke open.
I'm gonna poke it open.
Poke it open, you do.
Why?
This looks
They share one brain cell.
50.
I always think they have one brain cell.
Exactly.
This looks like a child's bedroom. It is
Is there anyone crying in it?
no.
All right.
There is
Another attic whisper.
another small bed in here, and a single wooden chair just kind of sat in the corner. A small set of drawers near the door.
Is the chair facing the corner or
Facing the door.
the door?
It's like back to the corner.
Close the door.
And this is covered in mostly a fairly thick layer of dust on top of the table and around the outskirts of the room. It's only really been disturbed in the middle and in the bed. And Cammy would recognize this room from one of your memories. This would have been the room that you were sat in when Reese came to console you.
God.
It's the baby room.
Oh, well, I'd like to go in then.
I don't.
Well, Cammy steps inside if you're not going to physically stop her.
I'm gonna physically stop her.
Well, I remember the room.
Yeah, there's 2 places in the room that aren't that are disturbed, and there's no trail to either one of them.
No, it's the room
there's
is
a trail.
mostly disturbed.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's just like it doesn't look like it's been used much
Closing
around
the
the
door.
outside. It's like just looks like it hasn't been cleaned.
Close the door.
Please.
Abandoned children rooms are creepy.
Oh, wait, was there like any
it's-
drawers or
it's
storage?
Yeah, there's a set
my
of drawers right
abandoned
inside the
children room.
But she could have a personal item in here.
It's my abandoned children room.
Our room was back that way with the vinegar body.
Huh?
Our shared room was back that way with the vinegared body.
Well, why was I crying in here?
I don't know. Ask Reese.
You didn't hear that.
You've cried almost everywhere we go.
No.
Look back down the hall at the
okay to-
actual trail of tears behind us.
It's fine.
Did the
to
crying in
cry.
the attic sound like
It was-
Cammy's crying?
No, it did not.
Oh, the crying we hear at night when we're trying to sleep sounds like Cammy's crying. And Easy's.
Okay. No, it's perfectly normal.
Right then, we're going down the stairs.
Okay.
Yeah, downstairs.
I'll walk in the back.
As you guys move forward, clearing the front.
All right, peek it over. As soon as we pass that door in our line, I'm standing in the back. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna look back in.
Cammy immediately just slides back into the children's bedroom. Okay, imagine manic glee in her eyes as she glances around the room here. What do you do?
I don't know. It just seemed significant.
You rooting? You got a set of drawers and not a whole lot else of interest seem to be in here.
I kind of open it up, and if nothing immediately jumps out to me about
Spider.
it, as like different from the dream, or from the memory, or otherwise, if nothing jumps out at me, then I would just kinda
Opening
like
the
to-
drawer, a clatter of glass and metal would alert the rest of the group that you
Indy already knew.
certainly made your way back in here.
Poltergeist!
As what sounds like a bunch of loose vials and tins just kind of rattle around in the drawer. On the inside of the drawer, on the bottom of it, you can see in what might be chalk, might just be a strange paint, just a big green smiley face that has been drawn across the bottom.
You're just
There's
Jinx.
a couple of flasks, little potion bottles, containers, and a pair of glasses just kind of knocking around in this drawer here, seemingly at random.
You forgot your eyes used to suck.
Oh, can I put on the glasses?
I mean, yes, you can put on the glasses. They look like that.
Oh my gosh! Everything's so much clearer! That's insane. I'll come back outside. I'll pretend nothing's happened.
I'll pretend nothing's happened.
It's kind of a little overwhelming, to be honest, but it's definitely helping.
Are you satisfied?
Oh my gosh. Has it been like that the whole time?
You ever seen the?
Suddenly, clarity.
You ever seen a video where they give a toddler his first pair of glasses?
Yes,
That's what's happening here.
that is exactly what's happening to Cammy right now. As she is seeing the world through
That's
quite
crazy.
literally new eyes.
Oh, that is fantastic.
They're interesting little glasses. They've even got like little flippy shady bits on there, in case it's particularly bright outside. Yeah, that's cool. They're very fancy glasses that you had there, Kimmy.
Thank you.
Does she get a boost to perception now that she can see?
She loses the negative I've been secretly putting on every roll she makes.
All right then, if we're happy.
And you know it, clap your hands.
Onward.
Did not clap my hands.
And so
Downstairs we go.
you move
Downstairs. Don't put Cammy down there first.
Cammy's first. She can see now. She can
Oh
fight.
my
He's
gosh.
just organizing it for map movement. Don't worry about it. Nothing matters until he actually moves you all to the lower level.
I just see
And
Cammy go
fire.
down the stairs first. Like, nope, wrong. Just like a child.
Jumps
Literally
down
toss
the
her back up
stairs.
the stairs.
She becomes the barbarian of the group.
The stairs lead down into another large space that takes up truly the entirety of this wing of the manor. The master bedroom is most of it, but has the private study and the stairwell to the attic alongside it. What you walk into here is a grand library. The walls lined with ceiling-high bookshelves laden with yet more books, scrolls, stacks of paper. The amount of clutter collected throughout this mansion is bordering on unbelievable. The shelves literally visibly sag under the weight of everything that is set on them. These bookshelves are not in fantastic condition. They have been stuffed far beyond their safe and reasonable limit. There are a dozen amber crystal lamps affixed to the walls. 3 more of them set on top of either a pair of tables in the center, arranged for easy access to reading, and a desk set against one wall. And sat at one of these desks, facing away from you in a chair, is Melisen. He turns as you all come down the stairs and looks at the group of you. A relatively dour look on your face.
On prey.
I'm gonna walk up to a chair or table and sit down.
Welcome back. Has been some time.
It
This
could have
all
been
could
less.
have been avoided.
It could have been less time.
Maybe. Perhaps I've made some poor choices, but there's no one making them now. Why are you here?
You.
Yeah.
But why? If you seek to kill me for your own safety, for your own survival, you could simply have left. You could have left Thrushmore behind, traveled anywhere. You've no connection here, none that you remember. Why risk your lives?
You were already putting them at risk.
What reason would I have had to pursue you? I tried to plead this case to Adeline. She wouldn't listen. But
You were pursuing us, me,
I was
first.
protecting us, protecting this. An us that once included most of you, as she looks kind of pointedly at Marius, who is, I imagine, is glaring, hunted preyedly at her.
But now it doesn't, right?
Of course not. How could it?
You know, all I really wanted when I met you was for you to like me. For the one person who remembered me and anything that I did to like me. But you don't. And so now I'm just mad. And mad enough to not stop him or anybody else from doing what they want to do.
Well, This isn't your home anymore, Edelme. Nor, truly, is it mine. It's hers. And she gestures over towards the east wall, where there is absolutely nothing visible. A large rug rolled out between a pair of windows that, while curtained over, would normally face out over the grounds. This is the Lowell's estate, after all. And as you've come here not as guests, but as intruders, I'm sure the lady of the estate will take far from kindly to that. Namira! As she calls out, you see a figure in near an instant just shimmer into existence on the rug. One that you have now all seen before. This half-mutated, half-modeled, spectral image of a woman with these tentacles still writhing and squirming out from gaps in her dress around her waist. She looks confused for a moment, looking around the room before her eyes again fall across the group. Again? In my own home? Have they come to take him from me, Melisen? And Melisen just nods. I'm afraid so, Namira. You have to protect your boy, don't you?
We've already killed her once. Won't be hard to do it again.
You know you're a terrible actress.
And Melisen just turns and looks over towards the mirror, who you can already see the rage boiling up as she takes a couple of stuttering steps towards you.
That's going to be a couple of stuttering stabs towards Melisen.
In her own home, do what you must. And what you must is certainly roll some initiative here. As she
good.
starts to flicker and burn with the same white fire that currently dances across Easy and MD.
You really want to kill it.
Really want to kill Melisen.
I'll go first this time. I like having a little variety. I got a even 30. We'll start at Marius.
33.
33, solid. MD.
34.
34.
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, MD was ready to throw hands. Trey.
19.
Cool. Cammy.
31.
Ooh.
29.
Oh, so close. Well, good news. Your 19 was fundamentally equivalent to a 28, so you get a free +9.
Yeah.
For rolling so poorly that it doesn't even matter anymore. You guys, let's see. You had come in and sat with her. The rest of you, I imagine, are just sort of loosely around the stairs.
Pretty much.
I need a Melisen, and I need a Namira Lowell's. I have all of those things. MD, you
Oh,
are
so
up first.
I'm sitting here. I want to stand and toss the table, flip the table at Melisen.
It is a pretty big, heavy reading table, and you are a pretty big, beefy man. Give me an athletics check.
I am tossing this table, or the one of these hero points from Scott. Scott! I said, toss, please. No, I rolled 2. You got worse, Scott.
You stand up.
17.
You go to flip the table. That's way heavier than you thought it was going to be. This is big, a thick, solid wood that could seat a half dozen people comfortably.
I play it off as if I caught my leg on the table.
Just a.
Just a
That's
thump.
better than.
Yeah.
Nobody saw that. 2 actions left.
Nobody saw that.
Is embarrassed a status you can take?
I'm gonna swing the pickaxe at her from across. I'm
Yeah,
I'm
the table's
Melisen.
not so wide that you can't. Like, she's probably got lesser cover, but you can reach out and swing at her.
It's a very dense, very thin table.
Um,
Not wide.
I mean, it's fairly wide, but you can, like, reach and swing a pick. I mean, I'm giving her lesser cover from the distance, but.
Yeah. So, pick.
And she's flat-footed.
For a total of a 23.
A 23, you bring your pick down straight at Melisen as she turns her gaze back to Edelman. And as your pick passes through her, that image vanishes instantly.
Coward.
You have one action left.
I'm gonna throw the pick at the ghost.
Your ranged attack, -5.
That 2 on the die.
You just kind of chuck it, flies across the room, hits the wall. Marius.
Well, there goes my
goes your
initial,
tray, buddy.
initial aim. So, I was really focused on, trying to shoot Melisen. So, I'm just gonna shoot a bunch of arrows really fast at
She's not your
what's her
prey.
name?
But
I should hunt prey then,
that's probably smart.
and then I'll do the same thing for a 26
20
with flat-footed. I think. No.
No.
That's
that's a
never mind.
rogue thing.
Yeah.
So 26, you fire the arrow. As she starts to move, these flickering flames around her kind of distorting her form a little bit. It looks like it's good, but it's going to miss.
That's gonna miss 2. One more. That's gonna miss as well. Yep, I was distracted. I was just
Takes
kind
a
of
couple of
focusing on
shots. He
Melisen and
very much was not ready for that one.
Yeah.
He was aimed in a very different direction there. Kami. She's gone.
No Malevolence in sight? Okay, that's fine. Alright, well, first thing, I'll give Trey a good old tap on the shoulder that stoke the heart.
I was hoping I had a pocket I could just hide it in.
Jeez. That's one of my actions. And then I guess I'm just gonna,
You know what time it is.
I know what time it is.
What time is it?
Wait.
Casting time.
Oh, it is cast.
Taking your turn time.
Am
Am I doing something stupid? Hold on. Like,
It's like, is something going... Do I need to... do
Go up
something?
and punch the ghost.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. That's my specialty.
you were the
is
buff
punching.
one.
I am just
Big
going
and
to
strong.
throw a needle darts out at her.
Okay.
So, just kind of...
Pretty
that's
average.
It's a 25.
25 not going to hit.
Yeah.
Needles are going to skirt and shoot through her, a couple passing through her form, but none really managing to do.
Kind of glaring at
much
where
of
Melisen
anything.
was before.
And as she starts to wreathe herself in this swirling white fire, you followed us back to our own home, you brigands! You vandals! And raises her hands up, Contritione Desperitius! And shoots out a visible wave with almost like a sonic boom, a pulse of energy across everybody but MD, who is far enough away behind the table that's not going to hit him.
Oh?
I need a will save from the rest of you.
Did I get bulwark?
No, it's hitting you. It's just mental resistance.
What's the crit fail effect?
Will I take damage from this?
No,
Okay, then never mind.
Is it,
I'll
a-
just-
is it an incapacitation effect?
no. Oh, for what?
If a critical fail happens, is it an incapacitation effect?
I mean, it doesn't have any. Is it incapacitation like your hero point card incapacitation?
No, I just you're an embarrassment. If it says if an ally within 30 feet fails a will saving throw against an incapacitation effect.
It's not an incapacitation.
Okay, well, never mind.
Is it a capacitation?
Are we playing 20 questions though?
I got a 27.
I got a 12.
Regular failure. Lol.
Yeah.
Not you.
15 plus 13, 28.
Regular success.
19.
I've met her too many times. Man.
Not a critical failure.
Hey!
Yes, the thing that you need. We got that was all around exactly DC. Wow,
Yeah.
not you. You were the dumpster. We had one off. We had one off. Like that was. Dumpster.
How many bones am I about to lose?
So
Alright,
everyone but MD, you feel a wave of despair overwhelm you. This emotion planted in your mind as you literally fight back tears. Like every bit of your mind wants to give up and just break down and cry. None of you can take reactions, and Trey is slowed one.
14 doesn't save me, does it?
No.
I didn't think so.
Then you can take reactions, and Trey is slowed 1. After that, she looks between Easy and MD, who probably look equally bad right now. How you're still not very super healed up, are you?
You want numbers?
No, I mean, like, do
Yeah.
you look critically injured? As
No,
you didn't get a ton of
I don't
healing?
look critically injured.
It's probably Easy looks the worst then, Mr.
I'm
Delirious Pirate.
Dude, pirate.
I am, as far as health pools go, the worst.
Right, but you're not on fire.
You're not cursed.
Ah.
Yeah, she's looking for her curse.
No.
It's going to be a 34 to hit you.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
Well, the critical? It's a critical because I have 24.
And you're weak to fire. As at the tail end of this, she flicks her hand, or she shoots this out. One of the tentacles whirls around and flings a little spurt of this flame your direction.
This is gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Oh, it's gonna hurt.
Oh.
So the damage is 46 fire and negative damage.
Before double.
51 because you're weak to fire.
That's before double.
That's doubled, fortunately.
Oh.
No, it's not 102. No, it's
Oh my
like,
gosh.
that's double. No,
Okay, so you said 51?
We
51
should go.
total with you being weak to fire.
Okay.
Make me a will save.
There's more.
Oh, wait. There's more.
More.
4 easy payments of $19.99.
I'm gonna. That was a 3, so that's not gonna be a. That's not gonna be with the. Roll back from Scott. Thank you, Scott. Scott. I'm gonna. I've met this lady. This is the 3rd time I've met this lady.
Yes.
And I'm just going
You
back.
guys go way back.
Yeah,
You
we
had a
go way
solo
back.
encounter.
Just reflecting on. Okay, just a little bit better. 7 plus 13 is 20.
You're good.
Thank you, Scott.
It's against the fire curse. I'm seeing if you critically fail and it gets worse. So you're shooting for not critically failing on that one.
Okay.
Easy. Make me another will save at the start of your turn.
Doesn't stop.
Did you? You
Yeah.
I was the crit fail.
failed. You regular failed. You succeed.
I regular
You success. Make me a will save.
Okay, it keeps on coming. Don't stop coming. 10 plus 13, 23.
You are slowed 1
Cool.
for this turn.
I
As
see.
you are crying.
Yes.
You cannot hold it back. Becoming a staple.
Turns
That's
out
very-
Secret. I've always
Trying is not a free action.
Okay.
No, it apparently takes 1.
So what do I do? Okay, I'm just gonna be all right. I'm not feeling well. Things are not so well. Please, we're just here taking care of the place while your son's on leave. So no need to see.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I'm not feeling great, but I didn't hear no bell.
That's courage. That's courage.
+1, and then I only got 1 whole action left.
And he's
I
gonna
am
yell out.
going to what?
And he's gonna yell out for Easy to get behind me.
Get behind
Spread
me.
out.
I might just go upstairs.
Or do that.
Just go upstairs.
That
you
is
Burst into flames from that.
I'm just
I'll
gonna.
do you one better.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
The tentacle threw a little like mote of fire that hit him and whoosh as it and
Yeah,
he
I'm
is
just gonna
horribly
go. I'm just
burned
gonna go fully upstairs.
out. He runs upstairs.
I'll see you later. I'm not well.
I have channel points, so I should use them. MD is my ultimate favorite. His strength betrayed him with a table, but he will prevail with the enemy. Scott! Scott! He's coming to the other side, too. He's got channel points. Trey, you are just slowed 1.
Was the thing a fear effect?
No, it's a sad effect.
I wasn't
Yeah,
sure.
it's a different emotion. It is an
The-
emotion effect.
The numbers get much better when it's a fear effect.
Yeah,
so.
this is that's in general kind of part of what makes a spell really good. Is there's not a lot. It's just emotion.
Well, all the overwhelming emotions go from crying to like sad, rolls all the way back around to frustrated anger. Like still crying and just angry at all the magic and all the nonsense that he's having to put up with controlling his emotions today. As Trey just kind of through the sobbing will step forward and then forward and all the way over to the wall so that there's no anyone behind me for more AoE
There. Spreading.
magic nonsense. And then some tears dropping on the spear as I thrust it out to prep for the spaghetti
He's
maneuver.
got the setup for the poke and swirl. We're gonna start with the poke.
Gotta start with the poke before I can do the swirl.
And as you step up to her, through these tears, going to thrust the larger tentacle on the side, even without Namira even turning to acknowledge you, rides and lashes out, wreathed in flame towards you. You guys forgot about her AOO that triggers
I
on
did
regular
not
attacks.
forget.
Oh, you know it's coming. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
I just... What choice do I have?
That's fair. 40.
I mean, that almost crits. I'm assuming that's a 20.
Nope.
That's impressive.
18.
Upstairs is looking real nice, actually.
We should go with the
So easy. Here you go, buddy. Nebula 316.
Wait, who?
Nebula 316's got one
There
for
you go, buddy. You're doing good.
Chin up.
My tray.
36 points
Not
of combined
down.
fire and negative damage. Make me a will save.
19.
Welcome to Team Curse, team. Yes. As the flames have spread, and now Trey 2 has, where this tentacle has struck him, a burst of these
got him on top of the
spectral white energy right on the top of his helmet. I
You
like
said how
that.
much damage?
36.
I have 1 health.
You get your attack.
Hobgoblin ferocity.
Oh, no, I don't.
It does not interrupt.
Oh
It's a
my
22
gosh.
total. I rolled a 3.
Oh, well, you still get your attack. It just doesn't hit.
Yeah.
That kind of threw you off your game a little bit. MD, you regular failed or succeeded?
I didn't take it.
Oh, you were out of it. You're good. Take your turn.
I'm gonna start walking my way over there, but as I'm walking, I'm grabbing one of these chairs and bringing it with me.
Fair enough.
And I'm just, as I get to her, I'm just gonna bring the chair up and slam it against her. Have the dagger. Doubling rings are cool.
Ooh, that's true. You have your +1
One
striking
striking
chair.
With the chair. MD with the steel chair. You know what? MD with the wooden chair. I said it wrong. I'm gonna use this hero point that Scott just gave me.
Scott!
I'm gonna use every single thing you give me, Scott, because you're the
That's
best.
the way to get more hero
Beautiful
points. You
name.
use them.
It's a 16, or it's a 12 on the die plus 16, so 28, 29 against her flat-footed.
We'll hit a flat-footed. She
Cool.
cannot take precision damage because she is a specter.
She cannot take precision damage.
Yeah, the incorporeal is one of the things that kept the precision immunity.
All right, what kind of damage do you say a wooden chair does?
Probably bludgeoning, I would imagine.
Oh,
I would say like D6s.
D6s?
Could do wood damage.
That sounds like bludgeoning D6s to me.
That's 2
nice.
1s. So it is a total of a 8.
That chair, even with the magic of the runes, passes right through the spectral body and just smashes into the wall behind her.
And then the dagger is gonna. The chair smashes. Actually, the chair smashes in the wall. The fist comes back, and I'm just gonna punch straight through with the fist. It's the same thing as the dagger, really. It's a 6 on the die.
What is a fist but a dagger?
It's a total of an 18.
Yep, that's a fist.
15.
Also gonna pass through pretty harmlessly. Marius, you had
Good at
a
fighting ghosts.
you had a regular success.
I'm great at it when I have
Or
3
regular
actions.
No
failure.
regular failure.
Make me a will save.
Probably not. It's a 3 on the die for
You
17.
are slowed one as well.
Okay. And arrows are precision, I assume.
No, arrows are piercing.
Okay.
Precision is stuff like sneak attack. It's very rare that comes
Okay.
up outside of the rogue class and the swashbuckler.
All right. Well, I'm trying to push through that wave of sadness, kind of like wiping tears from my face. I'm gonna step in front of Cammy, just to put a little bit of a body there,
Thanks,
and
friend.
give her.
The homies.
Let's try
My
to
knees
give
are
a couple
knocking over
arrows
here.
with the motivation that I've got. It's gonna miss. Okay. All right. With courage, that's 32.
32 hits.
Wait, 33.
33 still hits.
33. Yeah. Okay.
Roll the damage on that one for your roll for your second action.
Well, that was my second action, so that
Oh, right, because you moved.
that'll be 9, 12, 13.
We are on the board. Damage has been dealt to Namira. It's 3, but damage has been dealt to Namira. You failed. Make me a will save.
Huh?
You failed the sadness.
Okay.
There's a secondary save. You get a redemption shot on this
No.
spell because it's pretty hurty.
Will this make me take this?
He just failed his. It's just you know what's coming. It's the slowed one that everyone else got for failing twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you mind being slowed one?
She's a
that-
caster.
And I need my action.
I have 1 health. I don't think I need this.
Yeah, I don't mind being slowed one.
Well, you're slowed one as you two are sobbing uncontrollably.
Okay. Things are different. I think, in just a sort of blind rage turned panic, 2 different party members about to go down, one upstairs. Everybody's cursed. Cammy's going to start gathering her energy together, and she's going to whip out her scroll of Spirit Blast.
Yeah.
Well, big one. All
I'm
right.
done with this. I'm not, I'm not
biggest
having
one.
it. This is a basic fortitude.
Oh, the way that trick magic item works,
No,
even if
No,
That's not
this
trick,
one?
that's
divine.
This one's on my spell.
Oh,
list
that's
type.
right.
Yep.
Well,
What's
this
Spirit
is going to
Blast
be
do?
interesting.
So, pulling it out is an action.
Pulling it out is an action.
Casting it's 2.
So
Yeah,
you would have to
you're
try to
slowed.
reroll
You would need to
that.
reroll
You
the
can get
the
it
save.
out,
Okay.
but while you're sobbing, you can't cast it until next turn.
Oh.
So you would need to
I didn't
reroll
even
that
think
7.
that pulling it out, I would have to reroll, but I already did that.
You
so.
didn't know that for new rules, I will always allow like an intern mulligan because you didn't know that. If you want to hero point the second save, I'd let you do it because you would have done it if you knew that.
Oh, you kind of.
That's a rules confusion.
Let me figure out who to thank. That's happening.
AJ. You think AJ.
I
Or
believe
benevolent
that
game
is
master.
A Sane 221. Thank you, sir.
That was my last villain point I
Sir,
used.
ma'am, you
He plays all
generously
sides, so he
tried.
always comes out on top.
All right. Let's
Charismatic
try
What
again.
happened? I thought you fought this one already before.
That's much.
That's a
much better.
30.
That's
Oh, I see.
29.
Oh.
29 would succeed. You are not slowed. You made the
Make me a
certain-
fortitude save.
With 3 actions, pull out, blast the full energy
So then I
of
started
a
blast.
spirit blast.
What's
You
spirit-
pull out this scroll. What does it do?
A lot of things.
It's going to deal 16d6 force damage to the creature's spirit.
This is a ghost nuke.
I need a fortitude save. And for everybody to just say a quick prayer. A quick
So good news, bad news.
Please kill the
Okay.
ghost.
Good news. That is her lowest save.
That's good.
Bad news.
Immune to spirit.
Still pretty good. What's your spell DC? Just out of curiosity.
It's a 25.
That's 3 better than mine.
Plus 25.
I will tell you, she only critically succeeds on that 20.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good. That's really good.
But I will also tell you I have 2 villains.
Good news, he can only
son of
use
a gun.
1.
I can use 1. Azentrock. No, that was the paid forward who threw at you. Hypervol.
Look
I'll
at the
keep
bright side.
Azentrocks. I have the easy
When he
blaster.
re-rolls it, his chances of rolling a 20 is the same as his chances of rolling a 1.
That's true. That was a 5.
Please make it worse.
I'll reroll the 5
What?
So bad.
Oh, you want me to read that?
Time.
to a 17. So she is going to regular succeed. It's a basic fortitude save, right?
17 on the die.
Yes.
So it's
I see. So then, yeah, shoot.
Regular succeeds a basic fortitude save.
Yeah.
You're taking half.
It's taken half.
What's 8d6?
I need.
It's still 8d6.
Do I roll 8d6 or I roll 16 and half?
roll 8.
Does it matter?
Just roll 8 for purposes of.
So we're gonna
Convenience.
need people to forfeit.
So, this is actually an interesting rules question.
How many you got?
Technically, you roll 16
Think
and
she
half,
needs
but
2 more?
No,
everyone
this is a GM ruling question.
lend your energy. What's up?
So, she has a hero point that she wanted me to rules check for her
Okay.
before she uses it.
I had to contact my lawyer.
Okay.
So, it lets you activate a thing that has already been activated
Okay.
during that turn.
Well, you can activate it during the day if you play it during the turn, right?
Once today. So, because of that, using this would make the scroll last until it is used again because of the way this hero point is worded. And I'm just running that by you.
I don't see why not.
Because that's what it says to me. But
I don't see why not. That hero point absolutely sounds like a second charge of Spirit Blast.
I had to check because that's what it sounds
No,
like.
yeah,
Dark
100%. 100% that sounds like a second charge of
my
Spirit
gosh.
Blast.
That's happening. Okay, it doesn't blow up. But she's gonna. Okay.
You pull the magic out of the scroll and you see the energy rip and tears start to appear in the scroll, but it holds together. It has enough you could blast it again. Easy,
That
you
is
may
a
only use this
very
point to
good
throw it
art.
squid. Yes, from Lily Vic.
I'm gonna cry. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna roll it.
This worked. Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's a really good hero point to have
30.
exactly right now. That's
That's
Who was that
30.
from?
It's 30.
Yeah.
that's from Lily Vic.
So you can double it or roll it again.
No, she
It's
succeeded.
16, so she's taking 8.
So
Eight's
this is
half.
what she's taking.
Oh, then 30.
30.
30.
That's more than us.
30.
She currently
30
has
unresisted.
3 damage on her. So now she has 33 damage.
Hey, you
on
know
her.
what's going to happen again next round? Spirit Blast.
Spirit Blast attacks the spirit directly. So this will be the first time in all of the times that you faced Namira, which has been 2 unless you're easy, in which case it's 3, that you have seen her really react to anything. Even when
You
you fought
are
her
about to
in the
get
cave and you fought her back, she didn't really react until she was just gone all of a sudden. But this blast physically hits her like she was corporeal. It blasts her back towards the wall, and as she gets launched and she wails, the image vanishes entirely.
Okay, so we're sitting here, we're poking
Vanishes.
at a ghost, our weapons are going through it and everything, and then you just throw a ball of invisible force, and she just gets...
Spirit Blast is going to banish her entirely.
and you can cast it again!
It's probably apparent at this point that whatever Namira is, she is no... well, I don't know how much there is a normal spirit. And MD, as she gets hit by this and she cries out,
You take the
that sound is familiar. That's the voice you heard in the attic.
I'm gonna fall to a knee.
Oh.
To answer your previous question, yes, I'm afraid of ghosts.
And just kind of wheezing, using the wall for support.
Yeah.
One is all that you
help.
need.
Yeah, it is actually all you need.
I feel bad for enabling the past save. So this is to make amends to Cammy from Hypervol, the guy who gave me that villain point.
Thank you. Ooh. Thank
Well.
you, Hypervol. Called foe. I'm coming for you.
Trey, you look great. Never
Hold
better.
on.
Trey is very much now burning with the same fire.
Yeah.
That's
Easy,
coating the
you
two
can
of
come
you.
down.
No, it's fine.
She's actually up in the attic.
No, I like it up here.
Well, if you're up there,
He's just in the fetal position.
if you're up there, you're closer to her because she's in the attic.
Probably.
No, definitely.
I'll be down in a second.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm coming
Stomp
over there. I'm gonna
upstairs.
pop
Stomp
a-
upstairs,
some
grab
heals.
easy by the
No,
scruff of the
please
neck and
don't.
drag him down.
Where's my
Covered
card?
in snot. pull out a
sobbing.
rag and just wipe his
Now
face.
you are all, other than Easy, who actually overcomes the spell faster than everyone else. He's just regular crying. The rest of you still have this despair for a full minute. So even in the aftermath, you can't even revel in this victory and this safety as you are still
Oh, I'm not
just
reveling in anything.
sobbing. You're sobbing mixed tears of grief and
blood.
pain and agony.
Now I know how those turtles feel.
Stop with
The turtles. Leave the turtles
Oh,
alone.
did she
What was the
say
really funny
Mario.
thing from earlier? Just turtles
I'm
crying?
really sad right
Literally
now.
just turtle song.
Just going into a spooky attic, being like, oh, it's the turtles in the walls crying.
I don't.
I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna pop a heal for you. It's just.
Do you know how to put bones back into your body?
Magic.
No.
Magic does that.
Magic.
You had the bone hurty juice, but I don't know if you've got bone repairy juice.
Trey is
Not for
hurt.
you.
Easy is
Yeah.
hurt.
Yeah, I'm
You've
gonna-
got
Maybe
some
actually.
real injuries across the party now. You're a third member of Team Spectral Fire Team.
It's a cool team to be part of. Really.
Just
Look,
say
look at this
chaos.
cool cosmetic we
I
got.
think it's probably time to pop the level 3 heal that I have and do it just as a group
Okay.
burst.
Should I
So I'm
step
gonna be.
upstairs?
Hey, you need to screw off for a second. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna go check out the other room again.
I'm about to really do something.
Make sure she doesn't come back downstairs.
So it is 3d8 to the whole
Then-
party
Yes.
except Marius, who is leaving. Big numbers, big numbers, big numbers. That doesn't.
722.
Okay, one of them was big.
11.
So 11.
11 health to Easy, 11 health to Trey, 11 health to MD.
I mean, it's something.
11 to Cammy if you're still hurt.
Yes, I was.
I mean, 44 is not a terrible heal for a third level spell.
I saving this for Marius.
The medicine checks are like you become resistant just in general. It's not by
you've
person.
Exactly. It's yes. Exactly. Like you cannot be treated again for an
toss.
Yeah, so me trying to help would not do anything.
You could help Trey or it's just only MD
it's only
has
MD.
been treated while you've been in the manor.
I-
Trey
yeah.
and Easy can still be bandaged up.
So I could
I-
be like lay on hands, treat wounds, and then lay on hands again.
If you want
If
to
we
take
do-
some time
Yeah.
to, if you feel like as much of a hurry as you're in, you have no choice. You're too
I have
injured.
no health.
It's going to take
Yeah.
you a bit, but an hour sat here in the library would let you, through medicine and lay on hands, patch everybody back up.
Yeah, I gotta do the focus machine. To
But
lay
it would be
hands.
an hour.
So
An
Trey,
hour of whatever is happening, wherever the ritual is happening.
Trey, here's the issue. I think the ghost is still in the attic.
We have to deal with it.
Yeah, because Melisen could just call her from whenever.
We can also send her away again.
Yeah, but how reliable is that?
Yes.
Trust Cammy's ability to cast magic out of a scroll she literally just found like 30 minutes ago. She
I
did
say we just go
spectacular.
upstairs and do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now.
You don't need a minute.
Well, this is, I assume.
after
Yes,
Oh,
we're having this
okay.
conversation.
This was in
I imagine
lieu
Trey
of-
is laying prone on the carpet, barely.
I have him on
Probably
the
for
table.
like
I
30
just-
minutes at least.
Just
Okay.
put him
I
on the
thought this was
table
in
and-
lieu of. I was
Nah,
like,
this
you
is-
want to
This
go?
is definitely near the end of the treatment.
After,
Probably planning just towards the end.
Okay.
since I assume like a single medicine check for me would not be very long, I'd probably have some free time. Could I glance around the library and kind of see
Sure.
if there are any like books that appear to have been disturbed? You know, like less dust, like someone was reading them recently.
Yes, make me a perception check.
22.
22, not fantastic, but you can, look for something surface level like that. This library is quite well used. Actually, a lot of these books. While there are quite a few that have been condemned to an eternity, stuffed in a shelf to the point where they've almost started through dust and grime to congeal with their neighbors, a lot of this library is pretty regularly used. There are several copies of 2 books that you notice that you have not heard of before. They're the only thing that would have multiple copies filling up almost an entire shelf by themselves. 2 tomes called A History of the History of Versex, the county that Thrushmore is in, and The Stars Are Not Among Us, an undeniable refutation of the works of the doomsaying pseudo-scholar Dr. Henry Merithmane.
That sounds important.
Both of these books are authored by Hasserton Lowells IV.
They're not important. They're not important in the slightest.
In addition, as you look around near the fireplace, there are 2 crates with dozens more copies of each of these
Are any of them signed?
publications.
Start throwing the
They
books.
signed.
Is the fire on? Is the fire lit?
The fire is not currently lit, no,
Hey,
but it's a perfectly functional fireplace. You
Hey,
can light it.
Easy, light the fire for me. You got magic.
Oh, what? Like magic? I can't. I'd like to make fire though. I'll do it.
I'll have a
Go
few
bake a
Most of
fire.
the natural
Tinder.
fire.
I really hate
You would
Laos.
find one section while this library is a little more organized than most of the rest of the books and the crap you've found throughout the Irisel Manor, there's one shelf on the smaller bookshelf near the western door that looks like it is often used. And one of the shelves, one section of it, has been replaced by a set of very, very clearly worn books that have been pulled out and used a lot very frequently. Just crammed in the shelf that is physically the closest to a table for easy access with no particular organization. Several of these are research books about a plane outside of the material, a plane called the Dreamlands, one that runs much like the ethereal parallel to the material plane, intersecting it at points. One is a very in-depth study of a location in Tianjia, a continent far across the seas, where there is a mountain so tall it pierces the veil between waking and dreaming. Several others are about methods by which individuals can access other people's dreams. One includes an overview of the plane of dreams itself, with some details about where it intersects and how it borders other planes like the material or the plane of Lang or the ethereal. All of these tomes, because you got some time while we're patching up here, have a lot of annotations, notes, marked pages spread throughout them in the same little crappy scrawling handwriting that you've come to learn is Count Lowell's himself. And you have enough time to put together that Lowell's was doing a lot of studying about basically astrally projecting into a dream, connecting to the Dreamlands. And a lot of his notes refer again to a figure he met there called the Mad Poet. One of these notes mentions that the poet offered to show him the way to a forgotten city in return for a sacrifice of knowledge and experience. You were sold. Your memories were sold. They were simply traded away.
So while we're taking our hour, what's this blue cape? Plus 11 or 12. It was blue.
It's blue.
Well, would anyone else like to try and
Pass it
identify the
around,
blue
I
cape?
guess.
Just hand it around.
I'm plus
Pass it
10.
around.
We're all good.
Hey, give me success.
Hey.
MD somehow is the one who gets into this one.
I get an item thingy.
He gets an item thingy.
It's the first item thingy.
So that's what you know about it.
All right, so do I?
You go to where it says it'll say suck, which is success
Suck.
but shortened. And just that, leave the bottom bit folded because that's
Yeah.
critical success. That's what you know about it.
Huh.
While you're passing the cape around and you're looking through all these annotations and things, some of you, Cammy can't treat you all at once, would also have some free time to kind of nose and poke around, and would have found an envelope that was just sat on top of one of the crates of these history of Versex tomes, with a note still inside it, signed at the bottom by someone named Miacnian Mun, another name that we have seen once before.
That's the guy. That's the sleeping potion dude.
Right. The letter appears to be a response.
Yeah.
It seems that the mad poet you met in your dream journey was right. The Necronomicon's located in a special collection called the Mysterium in the Kadiran city of Kathir, but it's written in Necro. If you can find a way to retrieve it and bring it to me, I can certainly help you translate and research it. I look forward to seeing you again, old friend.
That's going in Xandalus's file.
What
Keeping
was the
this-
city?
Kadiran city of Kathir.
The one that we have a map to.
Right. So I have to redo Melisen to go
It's
find
awesome.
Lowell's.
Yep.
I mean, I don't really care.
Sounds
It
like
really wasn't Melisen. It's just Lowell's threw you away so he could learn where to find a book.
I mean, at this point, killing or capturing Melisen, disrupting the ritual, and then hunting for Laos is purely just on principle.
I mean, killing Melisen is still on the top of the list. I don't really care.
Well, if the ritual being interrupted...
Don't get me wrong, she's still been an ass to you for sure.
Yeah.
But
No,
she
she
didn't
hurt
do any of this to
Cammy,
you.
so
Yeah.
she broke the first rule.
No.
And if we
hurt
don't kill
baby.
her, it's going to be frustrating later.
Right then.
I just don't know why it had to be like this.
Because she is an idiot.
Okay.
Oops. I don't
Bad
know.
choices.
Being selfish.
She was scared, probably. Or this is what she wanted. She's very capable of lying. She's lied to us this entire time.
You're right. Let's kill her.
You having second thoughts?
No. I don't know. I would have really liked to know somebody who knew me. Like, a lot. I would have really, really liked that. And the fact that she doesn't want to really pisses me off. And so honestly, if she's not gonna like me, then I'd rather her be dead.
That's the spirit.
I really don't like that line of thought, but yeah, sure.
Whatever gets us to the end.
Yeah. And what about you? It's gonna look straight at Easy. We're gonna run into Reese.
Yeah. And
Have you thought about it?
yeah, and I've been thinking about the whole, we could just leave. And I had thought that a few times, but even with that, like, I tried to leave with Rishi and she turned her against me. So even that was like kind of a lie. She could have just let us leave and she didn't. So I don't think there's like any way following that. We just have to. She's always going to get in the way of us.
What do you want to do about Reese?
I don't know. I haven't thought about that.
Think about it, buddy.
Not gonna have long to make a choice.
Yeah.
It just kind of sucks because, we all had, like,
I mean, I
all
don't.
this purpose or something to do with our lives, something we were working on, and now we're just dropped here and not let in. And so the only thing we really know that we could do is just, I don't know, storm the castle.
I don't think I feel that strongly about it, but as far as I know, Brick was nothing in this city, in this town. He was muscle that only hurt people. The only friends he has is a tree bush out there and the girl that stabbed him in the back. And then you three.
Yeah.
Everyone else was either scared of him or hated him.
I'm not too interested in who I was, really. But I know that they've made who I am now. Have a lot of hardship, and I'm willing to return the favor.
Maybe once we cut off all these loose ends, we can stop worrying about who we were and just be
Us. Who we are now.
Sounds fine to me.
We appreciate Marius for a second, too.
Yeah.
You're doing good, buddy.
Literally turned into a ghoul.
For no reason.
And ultimately, it's because of them anyway. So.
Yeah, it is because of Laos. Wow.
Everybody's got a reason to hunt down Laos.
So, let's march up to that attic, kill his grandma, go find
We're gonna go
Melisen.
start combat right before session is. Hope you're ready.
As
Hope you can find
what
a way
are
to
you,
stop us from
the
going
rest of
upstairs.
you doing? I know. Refresh me. This is Team Seeking Team over here.
Team seeking team.
Team seeking team.
You ready to punch? You're thinking.
That's right.
What are you up to?
I'm also just seeking. I just want to, like, be on guard.
Why don't you two throw me perception checks? Because Marius rolled doo-doo.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
It's hard when you're crying to, like, look around.
I'm too focused on what those two want to do. I rolled
Everybody
a 19
said.
total.
Hey, I rolled 1.
Reese's on the stairs.
Fair enough.
I'm just thinking
Okie
about it.
dokie. You
Too focused on my friends.
two, we got a job. The group, you have a mission here. You make your way up the stairs, and as you reach the top, you just barely catch the tail end of something skittering out of sight in the stairwell. And come back around into the master bedroom and to the stairs leading up to the attic above. You got a pretty good idea what's up there.
I'll bring your light, by the way.
You are
We
lights.
have our own
You're
lights.
on fire.
Yeah.
You're-
But they did have like little lanterns. And
Yeah, it's not super bright, but like it definitely illuminates the area
helps
around
them.
you.
Yeah.
It helps this guy.
Yeah, you said that there was lanterns in the
I
library.
keep trying to sneak with.
Yeah, like man on the walls, and I mean, there's like candelabra lanterns. You could like pick one up and hold it for sure, but like
Spooky.
Yeah.
it's like kind of an amber glow. You get the Halloween energy up in the attic.
Yeah,
there.
with like the sleeping caps.
He stopped being a pirate. Now he's a tired old man.
Pirates get tired.
He's losing too much blood.
He
And
lost,
tears.
he lost enough blood, it came back around to normal.
This is normal easy energy, honestly.
As the five of you ascend the stairs up into the attic to try to stop, well, yet another of these problems that you found here. That's a reasonable place to end our session.
What?
I was very cut and dry.
I'm gonna,
We have a
Walk
very
up the
easy
stairs.
setup here.
I'm gonna roll this
The
right now.
end.
Whatever I get, I'll keep.
And next week,
Rolls a 1.
That's a 3.
we're
You
gonna
don't have
find
to do that.
they're gonna find something.
I'll keep it.
Maybe
Just
it's
go to weapon.
Namira, maybe it's something else. Something is certainly off about the spirit of Namira Levels. We have fought it several times. It's still here. It's shown up in a huge variety of places. Ghosts typically are very connected to their site. Usually not being able to move far from whatever the source of their connection is, often not more than a single room. But Namira has explored all of Thrushmore. She appeared in Daradilla's cave, well over a mile outside of town. And every time she's banished, she just seems to leave. What is it? We'll find out next week. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for being here. Thank you again for all the support today. I still got this one villain point. I'm legally and morally obligated to throw it easy.
I have one hero point that I'm legally obligated to throw against
I
you.
don't know what else you're gonna do with
What is
it.
the hero
Those are
point?
your used ones.
It was
you,
I hope this works.
Oh,
got
yeah.
a burnt, but he's got a burn pile over there. We were
Playing magic.
busting them today.
Oh.
Those are the ones you used today, yeah. But it is thanks to all of your support that we're able to keep doing these shows. Make no mistake, just hanging out here in the channel, watching the show here or in the VOD or on YouTube or whatever is a ton of support that we're very much appreciative for. But if you want to help us out more directly, the two easiest ways to do that are Patreon and Coffee. For $5 a month gets you access to all of our post shows, our extra behind the scenes stuff that we're going to do here in like 5 minutes because we're here. Why would we do it later when we can just do it immediately after the show? That just seems like it
23 and a
procrastinate.
half
makes sense
minutes.
to me. And we've got a bunch of fantastic partners as well. Norse Foundry, Eldritch Foundry, Arkan Forge, Code
Foundry.
UGT Show, Arkan Foundry, Code
Foundry
UGT
Arc.
Show,
Pocket
Pocket Bard
Foundry.
now. True, we
Pocket
got
Foundry.
Pocket Bard now.
Pocket
We
bar.
got Pocket Bard now, who is
Saw you do
I
it.
they're
tried.
super cool. Oh, I love Pocket Bard. I'm so excited to really get working with that one. That platform is awesome. I don't think Pocket Bar at the moment, but all the rest of those have a discount code UGT Show that you can use to either get discounts on specific packages. Most of them are just a flat percentage off of whatever you want to buy for Eldritch Foundry or Norse Foundry, and all of those help support us directly as well. We'll get you some nice little discounts. Tomorrow, we aren't going to be here, but the UGT show will be with another episode of Abomination Vaults. That kicks. Oh, you'll be here.
Yeah.
The rest of us aren't, but that guy will still be here. He's a funny dog.
I'm a big old knoll who
He's-
can't
He's
read.
just a funny guy.
He's just a
Cool
funny dude.
guy.
He's just a good fella.
Who's a
That
good
starts
boy.
at 4 p.m. Eastern, 2 hours ago, but tomorrow, with more. What? You got a problem?
Yeah, that's a good one.
In
Probably
22 hours.
You got probably 2 hours ago, but tomorrow.
Time is just a concept.
Time is a flat circle.
It's a timey-wimey.
It's a timey-wimey, wibbly wobbly thing.
This is just a word problem. It's happened
Yeah,
2
They
hours
are
ago, but in one day.
delving deep into the crypts beneath the Gauntlights, where there is a lot of nonsense left down there still to uncover. So check out that show. And then our newest adventure, Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern, an hour from now, but in 4 days. Where these three go to space.
Space.
To do stupid space stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
Space.
Roll the D100.
Bache.
The final frontier.
The D100
With our new
for your health.
Starfinder show,
I got
Secrets
97.
Between the Stars, Season 2. I am definitely a
56.
fantasy guy myself, but I am extremely jealous of the range of music you get to use in a sci-fi show. It's upsetting. I can't
It's
really...
bopping.
Kinda hard to
over
stick
there,
this
dude.
in.
So much
hold on.
fun.
It's-
What do you mean range of music? You have the choice to put on whatever you want. You're choosing to limit
How is
yourself.
Limiting
Yeah.
yourself.
You can't
You're
play
limiting
Honestly,
yourself.
I don't know. You could
God.
stick this in a Pathfinder tavern.
I said this before.
Absolutely.
A
Oh
fight
my gosh,
against a bunch of gnome engineers.
Yeah.
This would be it.
If a gnome,
Yes.
if it's a gnome-run establishment, it's gonna sound like this.
It's gonna be
This is
awesome.
very
Honestly,
gnome.
that's fair. I can't argue with that, really.
You are
But we got
limiting
3
yourself.
shows a week on the Undeniably Good
We're
Time Network now.
cyborgs.
That's a lot of content to keep up with. Enjoy the rest of your weekends, everybody.
So much sci-fi and Pathfinder.
Stay safe, stay sane, and good night.